All right.
Welcome everybody, Wednesday night. Welcome to another Wednesday night free for all, adults only.
That was a quick
And
switch.
Brother JoJo, Brother Brown.
Making the transition relatively well.
Welcome to the Dragon. Once again, it's on like Donkey Kong. Let me get everybody in here. I'm going to be in and out. My boy 10 Rounder is going to shut it down for us tonight.
Thank you, 10 Double, and also Green Dragon Master.
No problem, gentlemen. I just sent the link in the last one we're in.
I'll be right back. 10 Rounder, get everybody in. I'll be right
Yes,
back.
sir. Got your back.
Get Mud in here too.
Got it.
I invite him.
Got it.
I'm going to do my cigarette, and then I'm going to sit silent for a while and enjoy it. If you don't hear nothing from me, Double, it's because you're live, but I will be listening.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I would definitely love to listen to you from an easy boy chair tonight, man.
Sounds good. So how's everyone doing tonight, huh? Now that we're finally live.
Without.
We're doing damn good down here in Florida. Nothing too bad. We've had a lot of heat, and we got blessed by, or graced by, some good tropical rain. We had a monsoon for Florida, about 2 hours worth of download of rain, so they cooled the earth down for us, and Florida's loving it because it's nice and about 70, man.
That's good to hear, Ronnie. You know, someone's got to have beautiful weather because, you know, it was like 105 where I live today. So.
Yep. You need rain, man. Just some good.
Oh, dude, we flooded the last few days. It was beautiful. I enjoyed it for once.
Right on.
Got some good flood, you know, really good floods going on. Nothing wrong with a little flooding.
Excellent. We got great solid video going here too. Receiving you well.
That's good. So what's everyone been up to recently? You know, what's in the news?
Well, a solar flare just happened a few hours ago. X6 point. No, wait a minute. 1.6. It's supposed to be hitting us in a couple of days.
What's the size of it? Is it a?
It's an X 1.6. It's not a Carrington event size thing.
Okay.
It's not good. It might give us some northern lights as far south as Tennessee.
Well,
you guys know that they're talking about ISP outages and cell phone outages and electrical outages for tomorrow that are actually planned and prepared for as drill type events. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, we got an X-Flare coming in that could take out the grid, wouldn't take out the grid, whatever, because it's not that type of Carrington event, but yet they're talking about all these different ISP outages and stuff that have been planned for some time. So what's your thoughts?
Because they're throwing everything at us that they can, one after another, and we're all getting real sick of them.
I mean, from what I understand, tomorrow's like the anniversary for 9/11. I don't know. Do you guys know anything about that?
Yep.
The 13th anniversary.
There's been some general raising stink saying we're going to get attacked again, and then of course you got the solar flare, and then you know, oh well, you know, if it happens, it happens. You know,
Obama made his speech today so he can, you know, scat out and go hide, so nothing happens to him if something happens to Washington.
Get that speech out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, I heard you're supposed to be at the Pentagon tomorrow giving a speech, right? Joe?
Who?
Obama?
I thought he gave a speech today.
Yeah, but he's supposed to do a speech tomorrow at the Pentagon as well.
Oh, is it really? Yeah, see, I haven't heard anything about that.
That comes after the major event.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, you got some inside headlines there.
All people, we don't have any more internet.
Well,
Do you guys have any other form of communication? Any of you here on the panel? I mean, if you don't want to say it, that's fine. But
Yep.
okay, you got ways to reach out to people if the internet goes down, the phone goes down, the power goes out.
Well, let's see, 3.818 on the, I think it's lower sideband is the general prepper where we holler across the multi-state area. I mean,
3.818.
if it stays down for 2 or 3 days, I might pull one of my radios out and hook it up.
All right.
Now, are we talking about those turkey radios?
Shortwave.
Turkey?
Yeah, you know, like what you eat for Thanksgiving.
No.
What are you talking about?
I don't know where Chris is at, but you're talking about ham radios.
I'm thinking about the pork ones, the ham ones.
I know, I was just making a joke. You know, like,
yeah, well, I know. That's why I said I'm going to go, no, I'm going to use the ham. You can use the turkey radio.
I was just remembering that you said you didn't drink until the weekends, and I said, well, hell, it's only Wednesday.
see that, Joe?
What? Yeah.
You got me. I'm pounding.
Dr. Pepper's and other addictive stuff.
I'm
I don't
pounding
know.
with
How many people in this country are addicted to drinking soda?
right here. This guy.
I'm not.
This guy.
I know.
I look forward to it.
Well, you just raised your hand for caffeine, so that counts.
I look forward to it. I come home and have a nice cold soda. Man, it is just refreshing.
Oh, Joe's got his Coke.
Left over from dinner.
I got some root beer in the fridge, but it's
Dokes with
decaffeinated.
Joe Dokes with the
I'd
Cokes
rather
and
have-
jokes.
I got the first sign of the interactive soda machine here recently at the fast food. You know, it's a plasma screen. You touch what you want, like a brand name. You touch the brand, and then there's like 6 to 10 flavors of that brand that comes up.
Yeah, you can also mix them,
Yeah,
kind of like the old school where you did the suicide drinks.
yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
My favorite drink is Brondo. It's what plants crave.
Never heard of it.
Brondo, check it out. It's really good. It's what plants crave. No joke.
So you're a plant?
No. But
It's
plants.
from the movie
Yeah, we-
Idiocracy.
Oh, okay.
I heard Mule
Thank you, Meal. At least somebody got my reference.
Oh, okay. I got you now.
Hey, before I shut myself back up for a while, did anybody say happy birthday to Tony?
Oh,
Then no, it was his
Tony.
birthday.
No.
Yeah, I commented on his video.
That is true. Today is his birthday. We should
Yep,
sing him
yep.
happy birthday, gentlemen.
Nope, because that's a copyright strike.
We can sing it though, right? Happy birthday to you.
But, well, hopefully he'll stop in. But I'm just here to support G, and I know he's going to be in and out, so I knew we needed another dragon to come in.
Lyman is the dragon, so
Well, there's a bunch of us, but I'm going to be in and out too. It's Wednesday. I'm not usually on. So
I told him I'd bar back for him, and he said, all right.
I also wanted to say hi to Dave, because all the rest, and Ronnie, and Brolance, because I saw you other clowns just yesterday. But I haven't seen these guys in a while, so I wanted to say hi.
Well, hello.
Back at you, Mule.
Nobody said anything about this yesterday or this morning on or this afternoon on.
Nope. So, and I don't, like I said, I don't get to see Brolance all the time. I definitely don't get to see Dave Sardi all the time, and I'm always happy to see Dave. I always watch all his chats after they're over usually.
Well, I haven't even had a live chat in forever now.
I know it's been like almost all summer.
Yeah, live chats get boring.
They can when it feels like you're just saying the same thing over and over, and that's frustrating for anybody with a mediocre of intelligence. You get tired of saying the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't make many more videos. If I had somebody here to hold the camera while I try to commit suicide by horse, it would be it would be so much better, you know. But there's very seldom do I have anybody here to hold the camera to watch me try to get kicked in the head or blow myself up.
Right, or break your cart, or
Yeah, you know. So it's like, unless I get somebody to hold the camera, you know, one of those, hey, y'all watch this moments.
and those, you know what, you really don't need a camera for. I'll tell you the story and make it sound better. So. But no, it's good to see you though, Dave. I just wanted to say.
Well, see, now today you get to see a younger picture of me, what I looked like when I was in the Air Force. Everybody looks at me now and they say, oh, you can't do nothing. You can't even walk 2 miles. Well, I used to.
Well, you know what, buddy? We all were younger once. Now we're smarter. And in a lot more trouble than we were when we were that young. You know?
Right.
Oh no, Ronnie, you shaved your head.
I never got an Article 15. I got a couple of letters of reprimand, but no Article 15. So I did good in my service time.
Good deal. Good deal. Hey, Ronnie, when did you shave your head?
When I don't know, man. Somebody else mentioned that. Boss, it's good to hear from you. I don't really know when I shaved it. I'm sorry.
No. How you been, buddy?
I'm very well. To you and your family, I hope you're settled, man.
We're making it day by day, just like everybody else.
Right on. But thank you for asking, man. I appreciate it.
What's up, Truth? How you been, buddy?
What's up, pretty good. How are you?
Good, doing good. Jumped in just as I was about to say hi to Pro Lance and ask how him and the wife are doing.
Doing good. She's actually was sick the last 3 days, and we live in central or southeast Kansas, but you know, through that virus thing that was going around, I know it was hitting kids and shit, so I knew that wasn't what hit her, but she literally slept for 3 days straight. And I was getting really worried. We almost took her to the doctor, and finally that last day it broke, and she was more like the flu, but it's not the right time of year to have the flu, so I don't know what it was. But she's doing good now. I'm doing good.
Cool,
Family's
cool.
doing great.
And you know, I've seen you and your wife on chats, so I know you're a cradle robber.
Yeah, she's 7 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Are you calling me old?
Just admitting the truth of how we are, right?
Right on.
Man, what are they doing to that horse?
Getting some dental work. They do something called floating the teeth. I don't know. They grind off the sharp points of the molars or something like that.
They stick a file in its mouth and even a teeth out.
Yeah, this is an air-powered grinding like tool thingy. Anyway, they gotta get the horses all tranquilized, and their tongues are like hanging out like bleh. It's kind of funny.
Oh, so they get him super stoned, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at his tongue just hanging out like.
I'll be
He's
back.
fucking with his tongue. Her tongue.
Well, they put that jack in the mouth so the horse won't bite you while you got your hand stuck up in there.
And what's the purpose of that?
Well, something about the back teeth get sharp points on them or something like that. That interferes with chewing, so they gotta grind them off every now and then.
You don't have to worry about it till the horse is over about 11, 12 years old.
How did they do it before humans were around?
They didn't.
Okay.
Of course, the horses back then got to eat tree bark and wasn't fed a bunch of soft feed and all like that too.
So if I get a horse, I should feed him some tree bark?
Well, just let him eat what he wants to.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, your neighbor just put in that $500 tree. Let him go over there and eat it.
And horses didn't live as long either out when they were out in the wild.
Yeah, they say that about humans too. But if you look at the number of people that die in hospitals, that go to doctors for help, and the doctors give them all kinds of pills, then they commit suicide and shit like that. If people did real studies, I bet you you'd do a lot better off without going to the doctor. I know I do.
That's that new antidepressant stuff that's making people do that.
Now, if we go by Bible terms, people lived a lot longer back in those days.
Well, that was back Old Testament.
Oh, Though everything's changed now.
Yeah. God put the Old Testament in the Bible for you just to look at it, not to read it.
No, the Old Testament, basically, that's back when there were angels and stuff living amongst us and stuff. That ended with the flood.
Didn't Jesus say, be careful to who you speak with because you never know who's entertained angels?
Yeah.
So,
We're all supposed to have some guardian angels around us now, aren't we?
I don't know. I don't believe in guardian angels.
Oh, okay.
Well, all those horse accidents I've been having, I apparently got one somewhere. Otherwise, I'd be dead right now.
I'm about to sauce it up just for Joe. See this, Joe?
Smirnoff.
Smirnoff.
I used to drink that. You know what? What's really interesting about vodka?
Tastes good?
Well, no. If you drink about, I don't know, depending on your weight, probably about 10 ounces of it, you can walk out where there's a big bunch of mosquitoes and none of them will bite you. You can walk to a whole flock of mosquitoes and you will not get bit.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I seen a commercial one time that if you eat Tabasco and a mosquito sucks your blood, he'll blow up.
I don't know about that, but I've been drunk many times, and all my friends were getting bit, and I didn't get bit once.
That was
So
the
apparently-
Super Bowl commercial with that mosquito, Chris.
Oh, I know that. That's wasn't it he was eating it on a pizza, a Tabasco?
Yeah.
He sucks the blood out, flies away, goes, "Pow."
Yep. Yeah, that was one of the better ones.
That was a really good one.
Or the Budweiser horse fart in the wintertime on the sleigh. See that?
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves the horse fart.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
There was this story about the guy that snake was getting into the hen house, and they got tired of that shit. So the snake was eating the chicken egg. So they took a chicken egg, they used a syringe and filled it with Tabasco sauce, and they left it out for the snake to get it, and it got that egg, and it didn't come back.
Hey, so I hate to get all conspiracy theorist and everything.
Really?
Does anyone think anything's going to happen tomorrow?
Yeah, the sun's gonna come up, and
All right. Making long predictions. All right.
Well, they're going to use the solar flare as an excuse to send an EMP high-altitude electromagnetic pulse weapon up and knock out the United States, and then FEMA is going to come into the rescue and put us all in FEMA camp. And I don't know. I'll think of something else in a minute.
Do I
I'm
get
good with that, Dave. I'm good with that. That would work for me.
Yeah, do I get chocolate? Do I get hot chocolate when I get on the bus?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Get that MRE cocoa mix.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can. An EMP over the United States would shut down all those phones, would get people engaged again. So yeah, I'm good with it. No matter what happened after that, at least people would be unplugged from this fucking matrix we're pulling ourselves into, and hopefully get engaged in what's really happening in this goddamn country. So yeah, I'd be real good with an EMP event.
I'm with that mule as long as the rest of the world suffers the same event, because otherwise we're kind of at a loss.
Oh yeah, but if it happened to us, it would happen to everybody, just because we would do it to everybody else.
Well, good point. I don't like to be outnumbered. Outgunned, outmanned, outpowered.
Well, we wouldn't be outgunned.
Well, we'd be in the dark if the rest of the world still had it.
Yeah, we got a birthday boy in the house.
Oh, Tony!
What's up, Tony? Happy birthday, brother.
It's your birthday, go!
birthday, Tony.
Happy birthday to you.
Where is he?
You
No.
live in a
Yeah.
Get your ass in here, Tony.
Yep, actually, I'm going to make a seat for somebody, and I'm going to be looking back in live and listen to you guys while I'm reclining, man. Y'all have a good night?
Hey, there's space on the panel still, Ron. You don't have to bail.
Okay. Well, if there is and I'm not chatting, you guys just let me know.
There's 9 in here right now. There's room for 10.
Mm-hmm. for 10 plus.
So what's everybody else think's going to happen tomorrow besides the sun rising and you're going to take a crap or something?
Maybe Tony will get laid.
Who knows? You know, I don't personally think anything is going to happen. So I'm going to the DMV tomorrow to take care of some DMV stuff.
Yeah, it's like going to the courthouse. I think I'd rather go to the dentist than the fucking courthouse.
Yeah. Last time I went to the dentist, it was costly.
Yeah, it reminds me. I need to go to the courthouse too. That's yeah, they make you go through metal detectors and everything now. Yeah, you can't just walk in there. Now and the courthouse I got to go to, you can't even bring your cell phone in. No recording devices of any kind. Yeah, they don't want you seeing what they're doing in there.
I watched a 9/11 video today, and supposedly it was this woman that recorded from her apartment complex out looking over the city, and I'm sure you guys saw some of this video too, but they didn't know whether or not to release it because of the graphic detail. Well, I didn't see any graphic detail in it at all, but the surprise, what I was thinking about was how the people responded to something that they didn't know was going to happen. When the first plane hit the building, you know, they thought, hey, this is weird. A plane hit the building. You know, should we be scared? And just listening to the people's responses in that apartment over the period to where both towers finally fell. And when the first tower fell, the woman was freaking out, and she was thinking about the kids in the daycare, the people that were rocking around the building, you know, all the human lives that were lost. And then when the second tower fell, it was like looking at the city landscape, you know, 9/11, the towers are gone. This is a point in history. I mean, we don't know what will happen. If we ask each other right now, what do we expect for tomorrow? You can look at tomorrow, and let's just say that some bomb somewhere, even if it's like the Boston bombing, goes off in a city somewhere tomorrow. We'll all look at it and we'll go, well, that's one event, and we'll be watching it on the TV and we'll be waiting for something else to happen. But what if something else doesn't happen? What if something even bigger does? None of us really know, so we're kind of dependent on every second to figure out what we're going to do next. So those plans that we've made, that's the kind of things that we need to look at. You know, what are we going to do in case of this? Well, what if both towers fall? What are we going to do if both towers fall? Are we going to think our city's being invaded then? I mean, because they never did anything even after both towers fell. They didn't evacuate. They didn't call their friends or their family. It seemed like they didn't have a plan at all. No. So what I'm saying is, whatever you plan for tomorrow, whatever you think might happen tomorrow, do you have a plan for what might happen? You know, that extreme thing that you might not see on TV.
I watched that documentary on 9/11 where they were showing all the individual people filming, and I thought at the time I was watching it that New York City has the dumbest population in the world.
Seems like it.
What? Oh, the plane hit. What do I do?
Yeah.
Well, that's not really true, okay? You did get to see a lot of stupid people standing around watching and going, what the fuck is going on? Because they're not used to it in their city, okay? But a lot of people saw that instantly left. I mean, the first responders went too. The smart people started leaving downtown New York, you know, because you don't know what's going on. And when that first plane hit, I mean, in New York City, you look at planes have hit buildings before. The reason why I'm a 9/11 tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist is because those buildings, I watched them go up. They were built to take plane hits.
But not that big of a plane.
But the size of the plane isn't the difference between what they were designed to get a hit by and the newer planes are not that big of a difference, right?
Well, when they're all made out of aluminum, no. It did take that hit, though. It took that bigger plane hit. And you know when they figured it for, you know, way past what our capacity of a plane would do to a building.
And not going 500 miles an hour either.
And that was, and the way the building was designed with that external skeleton, You know, there was no way it was supposed to evaporate basically like it did. So, but
Yeah, well, like what's his name just said there, they wasn't planning on a plane going in at full throttle. You know, a plane, you know, like the one that hit the what's the other building? The Empire State Building, the B-25 that hit it. I mean, that pilot was flying slow and not trying to hit it. You know?
Right, and he was flying slow and he was in fog, and I understand they were going faster, but it was just the way the building was designed. It had two skeletons, right, and then it had the floors, right. It had the external skeleton, which was the outer aluminum skin that everybody see. It wasn't really aluminum, by the way, and it was actually really cool to look at from the floor going up.
I was saying the plane was aluminum. I didn't know if you took that way, though.
Okay. Well, no, but then there's an internal steel core, right? Steel, fucking hardened, good old, you know, goddamn.
Right. I seen that when it was going up. I was a kid then, but yeah, I've seen it.
Me too, and I watched it every day. We used to, you know, I
lived. But what happens to AR-500 armor plate? You take AR-500 armor plate, and you get it glowing red hot. What happens to that?
But you can't melt steel with gasoline, dude.
Exactly.
It just burns. The jet fuel burns at a different fucking burn rate than the ability to melt steel.
It doesn't have to melt. It just has to weaken it.
And you're talking about yeah. So you believe?
Yeah, then it would fall over to the side. It wouldn't come at a full collapse like that.
Look, all I'm saying,
you
have engineers right now that are renting a billboard for tomorrow, right down in Times Square, and it's
rethink911.org.
Yeah, why? Because you're talking about structural engineers are telling people that this is all bullshit.
Well, when Dave Sardi was bringing up the plane, you know, they didn't figure for a plane going at full speed. I disagree with that. They figured at a plane going full speed and a plane 10 times more weight. I mean, because when you build a building, we put wiring together, you figure out a way that you can make it 100 times more stable than you think you'll ever experience, which is lifetimes advance from, you know, what you need. You build something so secure that you know it will not fall. You know this will not happen. Yeah, and those people knew that. They built those buildings that way. They built them based on a triple-decker plane that doesn't even exist. Okay? They built those buildings that secure. But they were still compromised.
There was good reason for it. There was good reason for those buildings to be built that secure. Okay? It was out there on the end of Manhattan Island in a 3 major airport landing zone.
Yeah.
In an area that is also a hurricane zone and gets fog. Right. The first time a plane hit a skyscraper in New York was because of fog. So they understood that planes coming in to land at JFK or at LaGuardia or at Teterboro, Newark Airport, right? They would be coming in at landing speed, full speed, right? And they could hit those buildings. So yeah, they were over-designed, like Brolance has been saying. So, but to get to the original thing, there were plenty of people who saw those plane. For the first plane go in, you're thinking it's an accident, right? Oh my God, how horrible, right? It's New York City. Accidents, shit does happen. Like I said, 3 airports, beautiful sunny day. Everybody looked at it and went, wow, fucked up. The second one was the one that triggered a lot of people going, I'm getting the fuck out of here. We're at war.
Yeah, and that's when they started saying that, too. They were like, are we being attacked? I mean, the woman that was speaking in that video is like asking her husband, are we okay? Are we okay? And on that note, I would like to bring up to you guys that have wives and girlfriends, make sure that you share everything you know with your significant other so they don't freak out in that instance. And I'm talking from a woman's perspective here, being raised by a woman. My mom was married, I don't even know how many times. I can't keep up. Over 8, maybe 12. I really don't know. I was raised by a woman, and they freak out in certain circumstances. And if you can't be the man If you can't be the master of your home and you can't give them some comfort in that time, you're failing your family. You really are. You got to find a way that you can bring them down to a calm level because they do freak out. That's their nature.
Some. I was raised by women, and they were just the opposite. They were the run-to kind of first responders. You know what I mean? They didn't freak out. They didn't.
That'd be nice. I've never
Is
seen.
that why when my horse freaks out, I have to hit it over the head with a 2x4? Will that work on horse?
Well, no, I'm not saying. I'm saying I've met many women like you. Many women like that, bro, Lance. I agree. But I've also met some that they don't freak out when shit happens. They run too.
Everybody's looking for a foundation, though. I mean, even guys will do it, too, so I'm not just talking about women. There's some guys out there that are like, I don't know what the fuck to do, and they're running around like a chicken with their head cut off. Somebody's got to be there as a firm foundation that has some kind of grip on reality that doesn't freak out, doesn't, oh my God, yell and all that kind of shit. That doesn't accomplish anything. You have to have a plan. You have to be calm. You have to, execute that plan that you've worked out over the years. You can't just freak out because you just go all kinds of different directions.
Oh, come on. People on this channel freak out over little bitty nothingness. I mean, earlier, I simply mentioned that I was going to slaughter a horse and cut it up and eat it, and you ought to heard people going crazy over it.
Hey, dude, that's good meat.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Eat a horse. It's cheap now. You can get a horse for free. Cows cost $1,000 a piece.
It sounds tasty, if you ask me.
You know what? All over the rest of the world eat horse meat. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. It's just we have a different relationship with the horse as Americans, being we hold it up on the pedestal along with that cowboy. You know what I mean?
And believe me, cowboys ate horse too.
Fucking A.
Nothing like old tasty Wilbur.
Well,
No,
I would
When they get old, they're not as tasty as when you get them when they're young. Like
when I was a kid,
Cleo out here would be rather tasty if I hadn't put so much trouble into training her.
Well, you know what's going to happen when people are starving? They're going to fucking eat them. So, might as well get a taste for them now.
Well, even I made that video about a long time ago about the goat named Barbecue, and YouTube wind up made me taking it down.
No shit.
Yeah, I got the goat drunk first, and I cut his head off, and of course I was playing with his head in the floor. That might have disturbed some people, but
yeah. Well, but now you got ISIS videos up with them doing the same thing, playing with somebody's head, and tossing it to a bunch of kids to play soccer with it. So,
how convenient.
That's all my fault, wasn't it?
No, it's right. I can tell you, I've seen a dozen butchering videos. And just because I, want to know the difference between butchering a goat and butchering a horse, because guess what? We're going to need to remember these skills.
But here's the problem: people would rather see a horse starve to death and go to a Mexican meat market as getting put in a feedlot here and being eaten. Because let me tell you, that's what's happening at all these auctions all over the state. When those horses sell for $300, $200, they're going on a meat truck and they're going straight across Laredo and down into Mexico to the slaughterhouses.
When I was down in Mexico, they told me the area I was in was a big cattle country, and these farms barely had a half a dozen head each, and these things were all skin and bone. For cattle, I mean, set that next to some cattle from the United States, you'd laugh at the ones from Mexico because they didn't have any meat on them.
But around here, we always send our cows to feedlots before we slaughter them. They go to get fattened up for a few months.
Yeah.
They put them in lots where they can't walk around. so their muscles don't get a lot of muscle, and they get fat, what you call marbling when you go to the grocery store. You look at a steak and you look for marbling in it. That's
Right.
how they get the marbling.
Ah, I
Man.
get it now. Way back in history, they used to have this debate over cannibalism. The United States is the refrigerator for the rest of the world. When all the power goes out, we're going to beat the steak. When they turn to cannibalism, finally, we're going to have all kinds of marbleism in our body.
Right?
Yeah, look at all my marble.
The whole 20% overweight in every state now. Yeah, I saw that too. That's funny. And Dave, you lost more marbling than anybody's ever going to get. So.
Well, I'm stuck, so I'm hoping to sell this place and get the surgery done and lose the rest of my marbling.
There you go.
Besides that, I will, when I move, I will not be within earshot of an interstate.
Yeah.
What kind of surgery are you going to get done?
What was that, Chris?
I was asking him what surgery is he going to get done.
How much what?
No, I said, what surgery are you thinking about getting done?
I'm not thinking. As soon as I get the money, I'm getting the sleeve.
Oh, the sleeve? Oh, okay.
That's the one with the least amount of technical difficulties and the best results.
My mother got the gastric bypass.
Yeah, and she became lactose intolerant too, didn't she?
Nope.
Don't say that, dude. No.
Nearly everybody I know that's had the true bypass, not the duodenal switch or anything, have become lactose intolerant.
My mother got the true bypass, and she's not lactose intolerant. She's crazy as bat hell now.
She's what?
She's crazier than bats.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's called menopause.
Well, see, I'm already crazier than bat, so I ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law had that too, but she can't hardly eat anything anymore. In the middle of a meal, we take her out to eat, for dinner. She's got to get up in the middle of the meal and go extract because she can't keep anything down.
That's the way I am. You know what? That's the way I am.
How long is she in it?
Oh, we're talking 15 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my mom hasn't had.
She's still can't eat.
My mom's had it for 4 years now.
See, the sleeve you can't eat either, but the neat thing about the sleeve is you're not hungry. I mean, if you're not hungry, what's the point of eating?
It's true. Yeah, my mom got that gastric bypass, and that made her crazy as all hell.
Well, there's a new hypnosis type of gastric bypass. They hypnotize these people, and they believe they had gastric bypass. And I'm serious, Ron, there's been a lot of success on it. These people, I mean, hypnosis is a crazy thing anyway, because if you look at mind control and the way the government's actually got a big handle on that, hypnosis does work. But there's these people that are claiming major results because they believe they've had the gastric bypass, and they'll stop eating at a certain amount, believing that they're completely full.
Look at MK Ultra.
Yeah. Mind control is amazing. You can do everything with your mind. I mean, even the Bible will tell you that. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. All you got to do is think differently about something. Positive thinking for me is something that's very valuable. I mean, in a bad situation, if you sit there and say, this is fucked up, I'm going to die, we're all going to lose, well, then chances are that's what's going to happen. But if you can say, I can overcome, I can find a way, this is just a stepping stone, chances are you're going to find a way. Your brain's going to work in that positive direction to find a way out of that mess. But there's people out there that are just always in the negative, and that's all they're going to get is negative.
That's
They're going
right.
to go down.
You know what? I don't have to worry about it because somebody's going to come and kill me because they think I have everything,
That's one of the reasons why you got to move, Dave, because you went on that show, and now everybody in your area, I'm sure, thinks you're like super prepper.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Well, no, it's just true. I'm not I'm not being a jerk about it. I'm just saying, you're right. You put a target on your head by going onto that show.
Yeah, and then everybody went. Another video I made, everybody went nuts over. I says, well, if you're worried about people coming and taking your stuff, put arsenic in part of it, and that way, if they come and kill you and take your food, they'll be gone too.
Yeah, and they called police and shit on you too. I remember that.
Yeah, so what? The FBI came out and I said, is your food poison? I said, I live on a farm. There's poison everywhere.
Yep.
Now I have heard and seen a few documents on two topics. The one is the lactose intolerant. I have seen documents on lactose intolerant stating that the persons that are lactose intolerant are actually more human than the persons that are not. And the second one would be that in the base of our spinal, well, where our stem meets our spinal, I should say. So your brain stem, where your brain stem meets your spinal, we're actually born with a cannabinoid receptor there.
You're correct. Yep, every human body has cannabinoid receptors in it. I mean, we actually produce those.
So to deny it would be doing your body harm, as is the lactose intolerant. They say if your body rejects milk, you're actually more human than the ones that accept it.
Yay, I'm lactose intolerant.
More
I'll be on the toilet all day if I drink milk the night before.
Well, I don't drink milk for the simple reason it's got a bunch of sugar in it, and if I'm trying to lose weight, therefore I don't drink milk. I mean, I love milk. Don't get me wrong. An ice cold, it's just got a little bit of ice crystals in it. Oh, it's good.
What about your goat milk?
Huh?
Yeah, you got to wonder about the homogenization of it. Whenever they cook that shit off to kill the bacteria, they're killing the good bacteria too.
That's
and when your body
pasteurization.
contains 5 pounds of bacteria, you need certain bacteria in your body. But if you cook it all off and you boil it all off, that homogenized milk is probably not very good for you. It's just milk. It just tastes like milk. That's all it is. It's just another substance. You might get some fluid. You might get, you won't be dehydrated. But as far as the nutrients that you would get from fresh milk, whole milk, you're not getting that.
Yeah, and they've got all kind of nutrients listed on the side of homogenized milk anyway.
Is Homo different than Louis Pasteur? Are those two separate entities?
I meant
Yeah,
pasteurized. I'm sorry, I said homogenized. Pasteurized. Yeah.
That's two different processes,
Okay.
Ronnie.
All right, I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I see Tony out there in the chat. I guess he'd probably rather be talking about whiskey instead of milk. But
Where's Mud at?
He didn't come in. I sent him the link.
Hey, Ronnie, look up in Wikipedia about homogenizing and
Pasture.
and
You got Mud out there, you got HDP, you got Tony out there in the chat room. There's a bunch of people out in the chat room there, G.
What's up, Brother Mew? How's everything?
All good, all good. Yourself?
Pretty interesting day.
Oh, yeah? What interesting stuff happened to you today?
Oh, well. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, This fucking, this respiratory virus shit, whatever the fuck little man got, it's just getting a little worse and worse. So I got to monitor and just making sure the little guy's breathing. He's just not breathing right.
You know what I was wondering about that, G? Hey, do they have it? When they do that with little guy, is it a dry, or they have moisture in it?
He's on liquid steroids. They can't give him anything because he's 2. They said it's just a virus, and he's just gonna have to walk through it. Just get by. That's all he can do.
Everybody out there and everybody on the panel, make sure you keep up G and his family and the little man in prayers. Okay, so that way he gets better. Because you know what?
Yeah, buddy.
I'll tell you what. I don't care what anybody says. Like Brolance was just saying a little bit ago. Positive thinking helps. When you think all negative shit happens. When you think positive shit, even when negative shit happens, you can get through it. You know what I mean?
No doubt. I appreciate that, bro.
So keep little man up in the prayers because, you know, especially that young 2 years old, man, it sucks because they can't really tell you how they feel.
Exactly. That's the problem, man. They can't talk.
Yeah, they're lethargic. They're, you know, just
scream. All they know is to cry. When they hurt, when they're in pain and they're in discomfort, all they do is cry, and they can't tell you what's wrong.
And as a parent, you know, you just all you know to do is, and as a guy, you know, you try and get that maternal instinct going. I only know how to comfort, but I know for me, it took me having to work because my kid's crying. I want them to stop. And if I can't stop them, that means they're hurting. What can I destroy to help my kid stop crying?
Exactly.
Yep.
Who do I have to kill to shut my kid up other than my kid? You know what I mean?
Kansas came on a little bit earlier today. I knew you were...
Yeah, he was on the AT chat. I was in there for a minute, and then I got cut off, and then I had to run and do shit, so...
He didn't stay long, but it was good to see him, though. Just wasn't feeling that well.
But he's getting better every day, you know, and that's where that positive... I mean, think about it. The man died 3 times on the table, right?
Yeah.
And at least that's what his wife and him are saying, and, you know, and that's his doctors told his wife and shit, so it's fucking crazy, you know? But he's a fighter, and, you know, the prayer worked, I think, personally.
So before... I know we were...
The good vibes, you know what I mean?
I know we were talking about that Ray Rice situation last night, and I wanted to give you a little quick update. The Commissioner Roger Goodell hired a private investigator to investigate the situation, which I don't understand what the fuck they need to investigate. The shit's already out, but they want to prolong it and continue to make it a situation.
Well,
as always.
The NFL's... I try not to pay attention to this kind of crap, but I did hear the story because you can't get away from it on even fucking any radio station. You know? But from what I understand, the way it goes is there's no real police report because the chick never filed charges against anybody.
Right.
Somebody in the hotel basically alerted the cops. The cops, nobody filed any charges, so then somebody in the hotel finally released that tape out to the public here recently after sending it on to, right, the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Roger Goodell, Steve Bisciotti, the owner of the Ravens, called New Jersey Police Department because they're in Atlantic City, and they asked for the tape. Back in February, they asked for the tape, but they wouldn't release the tape. So they had to wait, and the Ravens said they saw it on Monday just like the rest of us did.
Well, that may be true for the Ravens, but according to the news reports, NFL had it in February.
Right.
You know? So, but, you know, it's all a fucked up distraction situation because really, I mean, the guy beat his wife, he got fired. What more needs to be said?
Go to jail, motherfucker.
Okay, but that's a couple of months from now, right? And his wife, nobody filed charges, right? I don't give a shit what you saw on the tape. Nobody wanted to file charges. For whatever reason, she's a battered wife or whatever, or she's a person who knows? You know, we don't live in these people's fucking lives, you know?
Right.
So, he's fired.
Terminated, gone.
He'll have to deal with the cops on whatever personal shit. What more do we need to know? And why do we... This is distracting for some reason. They're distracting people with shit.
Correct. Yeah. They're prolonging
why? Who knows? For what? Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cosmetics.
Yeah, but it's...
Everything happens for a reason.
NBC had a little story about Obama, why he returned to Washington on Saturday during Labor Day weekend. Apparently, he was in New York, and there was no golf course that wanted to put up with all this bullshit with their security detail, so he couldn't find a place to play golf.
He just goes out to the Potomac and golf. Just goes right out to.
Yeah, he can go out to fucking Camp David. What's he wanting to go to? Don't they got a golf course in Camp David?
Yeah, they got one right in Potomac. They're good. He's good. There's tea time whenever he wants. He's the president, baby. He gets what he wants.
But all these clubs said, fuck you, because your security details going to totally disrupt our club, and our other members can't enjoy the facilities. So they said, fuck you, Obama, get the hell out of here.
Good for them.
Right?
It's like that cloud of no First Amendment that kind of floats around with them, you know. Oh, you can't be within a half mile of your First Amendment rights.
Well, come on, they're trying to put it in where the First Amendment only applies to corporate media. I mean, you heard Cruz's speech on it. There was another speech on it just yet the day before that.
Yeah, you gotta have the official press credentials, I guess. I don't know. Remember Tony was talking about getting credentials, or all of us were about getting in a SHOT Show and shit like that, huh?
Yeah, not only that, but how are you, if you have to be official corporate media, right?
So even if you're a member of the press association or whatever, that doesn't qualify. I guess you gotta be hired by the Big Six or some shit.
No, you don't. All you have to have is a color computer printer, and print you up something, put a barcode on it, and carry an expensive-looking camera like I got, and they'll let you in any place.
There you go.
Well,
I used to do it all the time. I've been into so many boat shows and stuff. I put on that big white lens on a Canon camera, and I had around my neck a home printed up
press pass,
with my picture on it. It said press, New Age Media. I said, who's that? YouTube.
See, I told you, Brother Dave, you'd be in. We always got your back. He came in my private chat earlier, you and Dave was like, I was like, I gotta shut this down. I gotta start up the Dragon here. And Dave was like, oh man, y'all never let me come in. I said,
well, no, I never get invites. Tonight was
the first stop, Turkey. You always bring your ass in here, boy.
There's Jim's press pass.
Yeah, that's what 20 years ago when I first started doing the public access TV shit. Didn't really use it much, but it was still kind of fun to make.
Yeah, well, you can
Is that a mullet?
take something and print something up that looks just like that, put your picture on it, and put New Age Media on there. And what is New Age Media? The Internet. There you go. Internet press pass.
Let me see that mullet again, Jim.
Media with Party Down Productions since the 90s.
But don't get too stupid with it. But cops are pretty dumb. Anyway.
Man, Party Up Front.
Yeah, well,
Party Down TV.
Dumb. They don't read that.
Look at that, Channel 4, Party Down TV.
But Jim, you can actually call yourself established media because you were on public access in the 90s, right? Early 2000s.
They've had the same time slot for 20 years now.
Yeah.
I'm not really producing anything. I'm just re-showing a lot of other people's stuff, but I've had access to it for that long.
Yeah, so you're established media, baby.
Like motherfucking CNN, baby.
There are a lot of situations where you just act like you're supposed to be there and you know what you're doing, and you just kind of walk right in and nobody pays any attention to you.
We got a secret weapon in the Dragon, baby.
But it just amazes me that the people can, say that they're there to protect the United States. Well, that they're there to protect America, right? They're there to represent the people of America, and yet they're going to do away with the First Amendment the second that the people get their hands on their own media, right? This Ray Rice thing, all of it shows that you're under camera all the time. Nothing's going to be hidden. And that's what all those fucking politicians hate. We lost truth.
That's just the supposedly private fundraisers. Somebody's recording something and it leaks out, so it
Hmm.
causes problems.
And Feinstein knows that because a lot of people don't realize that she's one of the ones pushing this change to the First Amendment, right? Where in the guise of saying that they're getting big money out of media, they're actually just consolidating it more and trying to do away with letting people like us. You know what I mean?
Now, Google actually suppresses a lot of search results on people that talk subversive. I mean, I remember when YouTube and before Google took over YouTube, you could do a search on Google for, Michigan militia or Wisconsin militia, and then their pages, their videos would pop up. You do it now, and you'll get something like Fox News said something about Michigan militia or somebody. They're skewing the results. The results aren't. They're trying to keep people shut up.
Yeah, well, that's for damn sure.
Hey, thank you, Mule. Green Dragon, J420, it's good to see you. JD, thanks for everybody. I'm going to sit back and listen, but I'm going to get off the panel.
All right.
Enjoy your pleasant weather.
Right. See you, Ronnie. Have a good one.
Good health to you. Thoughts to everybody, but really.
Ronnie.
Good night, Ronnie. Have a good one.
Hey, stay safe at work, buddy.
We'll do it. I'm in a new digs, but be well where you're at, man.
You too.
Speaking of pleasant weather, my weather here is supposed to be changing here. I think tomorrow, day after, we're going to be like highs in the 70s instead of the 90s. And I'm going to thoroughly enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jim, and are you getting... It's supposed to be in the 60s tomorrow for me. How was it today with you?
I wasn't outside much. It was in the upper 60s or 70s, but tomorrow's going to be a different story. High, 65 or less.
Well, that's good. That's good wood cutting weather. That's time to go out and start cutting your wood, and that's what I call it. That's the time. I have not been taking any pain pills during this 90-degree weather, saving it up for when the weather cooled off, so I can go out and do some work.
Right. And that's the thing, that is perfect working weather, 65 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like you're out working out in the air conditioner.
Yep.
Yeah, you get spoiled, though. You've been wearing shorts all summer, and like you want to resist, putting on long sleeves and blue jeans and shit.
Just cut and stack wood a little faster, and you'll heat up. That's the beauty of wood. It heats you like 3 or 4 times. It heats you when you cut it. It heats you when you stack it, and it heats you when you burn it.
And when you move it and stack it again inside.
Yeah, I was waiting for Joe to come up with some wood jokes.
And when you clean up damn ashes out of the stove, too.
But that's not so hard on these newer stoves.
Clean the flue twice a season.
If I get that new house built, I am putting in one of those high-efficiency stoves that don't put out hardly any smoke. In other words, I'm going to try to be as off-grid as possible.
Yeah.
Not really off-grid. What would you call it? Self-sustaining?
Yeah.
In other words, I'm going to have solar for my electric, all except unless on the plateau you hardly ever have 95-degree days, but I will have an air conditioner in there for that very rare occasion. The most of it will be geothermal cooling.
Are you talking about the Cumberland Plateau? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, up there on the plateau.
That sounds like a neat spot. People, I don't know, I can't remember who it is, Joe Skousen or somebody is saying, yes, Cumberland Plateau is the best place to bug out to, except for everybody else is going to do the same thing.
Well, if you don't know where to go up there, thing is, I'm not really building it as a bug out location. I'm building it to be, okay, for instance, 18-inch corrugated steel pipe buried 4 foot underground for 100 foot. That's going to be the air inlet to the basement. I have naturally ground cooled air for the summertime. I won't have to run nothing but a fan up there in that altitude, and I should be able to stay the house below 80 degrees in the hottest part of the day.
The humidity is generally low.
It's about 5% lower than where I am now.
Yeah. All that cooling though, that might cause humidity issues. But
Well, that's why you put the pipe at an angle and you put a drain at the end of the pipe, so all the humidity will go down to the other end of the pipe and drain out.
well, I mean, just in general, that's just a general dampness. But you're talking about trying to do the silver and the concrete and all that stuff, so then that'll help resist any of that kind of thing. But
Well, if there's enough airflow, it'll be all right.
yep, that's probably a big key, is just having the air moving.
Say, Tony just uploaded a video about 20 minutes ago. He may be free to come in anytime.
Has he got a bandwidth cap or something, or you can't upload a video or into a chat at the same time? That sucks.
I don't know. Well, I couldn't. I know that.
Yeah, that's right. Usually downloads get fucked up when you're uploading.
I know I've been seeing a lot of problems with just the overall net lately, and it could be the net just in my area, but with all this talk of a 2-tiered net, it doesn't surprise me if they're weakening the one that we already have.
Yeah, because I can't, while we're talking right now, I can't try to go on another website because I'll get knocked off of this.
Right, and it wasn't that way. I had that problem the other day, and it wasn't that way, 6 months ago. It wasn't that way 3 months ago.
Not for a year.
Who's your service provider? Because I can go on other. I'm on YouTube while I'm sitting there talking to you.
Mediacom.
Yep.
I'm on Charter, so.
I have Mediacom too.
See, Mediacom's got a monopoly over here. Can't get AOL or see, there's one other place that you can get. And I thought they had a monopoly. Nobody else could come in, but they're saying Nitco is also in this area. Yet, if I go a mile west, they have AOL, and I love AOL, but can't do it.
I didn't know AOL was a service provider. I thought they were.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know how much market share they got anymore, but I remember when they had AOL, it was like going into Russia.
AOL used to be. Remember Prodigy? Prodigy was one of the original internet service providers, or not. Wasn't so much a service, but they were content providers. That was really kind of before the internet.
I just thought it was kind of ironic they had AOL in Russia, American Online in Russia.
America Online Ski.
Yeah, shit's changed a lot. They had those little tiny solid state drives now. They're called MSAT or something like that. They're about the size of a large postage stamp. And I saw Newegg was selling one with a whole terabyte and this little itty bitty thing. About Newegg,
Well, these little things right here are ideal for keeping your important papers. And let me turn my camera back on here. Somewhere. There's camera. These little Survivor, they're called Survivor by Corsair. You can run over them with a truck. All it is a USB drive, and it's completely enclosed, and you can put that in your little can or whatever.
How much data can you get on there?
This one here is a 16 gig. They make them up to 120 gig.
Yeah, you draw text files, so you can get a lot of shit in there. Yeah. Music files, yeah.
Yeah, pictures of your driver's license and stuff. You don't need a lot. Just, your major picture, your wills, your stuff like that.
What's funny is that when you hear people talk about bug outs and shit hitting the fan and what people bring, yada, 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 nobody ever talks about tools. Like, no one No video I've seen, someone set aside like a nice little tool bag. You know, your normal shit, your flathead, your Phillips, a hammer.
Oh, I bet that.
I mean, some bungee cords, some pliers, some wire cutters. I mean, needle nose. Like, I've never, ever, ever seen anyone
Has
make
anybody
a
ever heard this
video.
one?
I've never seen anyone make a video about packing up some tools in their bug out bag. Not one. Not one video. I've never seen anyone bring up
Good
tools.
point, G.
And I was thinking to myself, you know,
You need to
like,
go back to my
that's-
very first videos and look at my bag.
Okay, good man, Davy boy, good man.
That back in 2008.
All right. But what I'm saying is, other than Mr. Dave Sardi, there's not too many people that have videos with their bug out bags with a nice little tool bag, you know, and I think that's huge. I mean, you know, if you think about it, shit hits the fan, whatever, there's a bad situation, you gotta have tools. You know what I'm saying? I know my truck, I got my fucking toolbox. I never go anywhere without my toolbox.
Right.
You know?
But I think what most people are talking about is when you're packing it out on your back. How many tools can you carry then?
Yeah, you're right.
That's when your multi-tools and all like that come in.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, but a decent multi-tools, while they're the shit in your pocket knife, you know, and they're cool,
Yeah, but that's
they're not fucking useful. Okay, for all the bullshit, and I like multi-tools too. Okay, but they're so much less than the tool itself. You know what I mean?
That's
They're
why
not-
my multi-tool is wore out. I use it for things it's not meant to be used for.
Right. But like Bill's saying, you know, having a multi-tool is better than nothing, but it doesn't really do what you need it to do. Like,
right, where you need a hammer, you need a screwdriver.
Right.
Yeah, you'd rather have the real tool. So I dig what you're saying there, G, and I think that'd be a good. What would you give up to be able to bring tools?
Well, I'm gonna make a video about it. I mean, I think you should get like a little bag. I think you should always have like a bag with your normal necessities. You know, your pliers, your needle nose, a socket wrench,
a crescent wrench. You know, wrench. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know if
nothing crazy, but just a nice little small freaking tool bag that just has your simple shit, your flathead, your Allen key wrenches, like you said, a nice little mallet, a measuring tape, wire, paracord, bungee cords. That shit's essentials, man. Fucking bungee cord. I mean, bungee cords, man. I know I go through at least a couple of packs a year just with all the traveling. We go to the beach. And, I don't know. It's just food for thought.
Well, and it's a good food for thought too.
Yeah,
you know, that's what I'm saying. Because it's got me thinking, you know, what tools would you pack? Right. I mean, I already pack my tomahawk, tactical hatchet, whatever. It's a fucking roofing hatchet, right? It's a framing hatchet.
That's awesome. I got the same.
That's what I bring anyway. So I got a hammer and I got an axe, right?
You gotta have your flathead, your Phillips, your pliers. You know, like you said, a crescent wrench, an adjustable wrench.
Yeah.
You know, paracord, your bungee cord, have a nice little mini saw, especially if you're out in the woods. You don't know you need to fucking start a fire. If you need to chop a tree down, you don't want to use your axe or your blade to work your one blade. You want to have, you know, at least a few different blades on you. So bring a saw. Bring a nice little hand saw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they make those collapsible hand saws, those camp saws.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it doesn't have to be big.
But just think about it in bugging. If you're bugging in, you don't need that crap, right? But if you're bugging, because you have it already, it's at your house. Right. If you're bugging out, though, and you're going out into the space, there are going to be times you're going to need to fix shit. Either fix your vehicle, fix your bicycle, whatever your mode of travel is, we're going to use wheels, right? It's just that simple.
That's why it's always good
Pull
to
in a
have
cart,
your. It's
you
always
know,
good
or
to
a
have
horse.
that.
Yeah. And I don't mean those, yeah, those micro tools are cool, but you ever try and use them to fix shit on the side of a road? It blows.
You can't get no elbow. You can't get no elbow grease behind those, and you don't get no leverage. You get
Yeah.
no. You get no leverage.
And they don't fit everything either.
They don't fit everything. You're going to be scraping your knuckles on the concrete. You know who does the? Who remembers that, right? Scraping your knuckles and shit's tough, man. So I think, look, next to that bug out bag,
Well, like a little,
pack up a nice little small little carpenter's tool bag.
well,
and
no,
just,
you don't even have to get that big, G. I mean, I used to keep a tool roll on my Harley, and I traveled all across the country, and those few little tools could fix everything on my fucking bike.
there you go. There you
Right? So it's the same concept of building yourself a little tool bag with the essentials
go.
and just
Exactly.
bringing it along.
Exactly.
Have like what you first aid kit.
A lot of this depends on what the emergency is that causes the bug out, too.
Right.
But it's always good, Dave, just to have it just in case. Like you said, if shit hits the fan and fucking the weather breaks out in a fucking storm and, you need fucking shelter and you need some fire.
Right, saw and stuff like that's a good thing, but I'm saying situations happen. What happens? You can't get no more fuel to run your vehicle.
That's right. Then you're on foot. Now what are you gonna do? How much all your bug out stuff weigh?
I'm gonna take whatever I can take, and on you bet your fucking ass, I will be having some tools in my bag. Walking.
Right. And how are you gonna
My friend can carry 400 pounds of tools on her back.
I mean, I'm 6'5". I'm 6'5", 270 pounds. I'm not small. I can carry a lot of shit.
But that's that's 1 horsepower, right?
Right.
But now, say your vehicle runs out of fuel, right? And you're on the road, and there's a lot of other stopped vehicles. You don't know they all ran out of fuel. Well, guess what? When you have tools, you can drop a gas tank.
Oh, yeah.
You can check the gas tank. You can then drop the gas tank and take the fuel.
You can also just poke a hole in it and catch the fuel and go back to your car.
You know what a pain in the ass that is? I've tried it. It's not as easy as people like to think.
Yeah. I thought when you had a Harley, you just go by a liquor store and you get some fuel.
I've done that too. I've had to do that. I've been closer to a liquor store running out of fuel than I was to a fucking gas station, and I just went and bought a bottle of Everclear.
That's funny.
I've got a hand pump that'll go down into a tank. You know those gas stations, they have the tank.
Yeah.
I got a hand pump that'll go down into those tanks and suck fuel out of that.
Like a siphon tube. Like a siphon.
No, it's not a siphon. It's a circular pump.
Oh, shit.
You can put a. It's like about 5/8 inch hose all the way down into a gas station's underground gas tank and suck fuel out of it.
See, that's exactly what you would need in a ship.
And
that's exactly what
my last job. That's the
Tractor Supply.
That's the pickup truck I drove. We had that for being able to fuel up. We used to keep a 200-gallon tank in the back of the truck to go fuel up heavy equipment. And you can use the same type thing. Yeah, Tractor Supply, a Farm and Fleet, Rural King, whatever.
Get yourself one of them. You're in good shape.
Yeah, but that's not a tool you're going to carry. I mean, that's a big difference between being able to bring your tool truck and bringing a little tool bag in your bug out. You know what I mean?
Right. We're talking about MacGyver type shit. We ain't talking about home improvements.
And what you can carry in you.
Well, like I said, you got to be smart with how you pack. A lot of people pack either the wrong shit or don't know how to pack, and that's key, man. It all depends how you pack your shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the weight, man, because that's the one thing that's for real. And over this summer, I've tested the theory, right, that ounces turn into pounds when you start going miles.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're walking miles on your feet, every ounce gets heavier and heavier the longer you're walking.
Exactly.
The other thing is, when you bug out, you got to,
have a place to go.
Huh?
Yeah.
You're leaving a whole bunch of shit in your house. Shit that you worked for and paid for, and you're going to leave it all at home. Then you're on the road, and you're going to do it again when you leave your vehicle, because you're not going to take everything out of your trunk and everything out of your car and be able to carry it. Where are you going anyway, you know?
Well, but that's going to depend upon the situation, like Dave said, you know.
Well,
Where are you going?
that's why around the house you have caches. If you take your stuff out of your car, you can make a cache, or maybe, hopefully, in the future, you can come back and dig up what you buried. One of my first videos I ever did was saying one of the most useful tools is this shovel right here.
Yep.
You can bury your stuff and come back later.
What's going on? When's the last time we did a shout out, Brother Mule?
No, it's been a while. I don't even know.
Cowboy.
I'll be right back.
All right, brother. Cowboy rides one. Going, golf. Jim McKay, 6-man, 1, HDP. Why are you entering here, brother? What's the deal, HD? Wild Iron, what's going on, brother? You got a link, brother. Did y'all get the Wild Iron and HD a link? See? I'm sorry, I was gone. I missed part of the chat, guys. Little one's sick. I know everyone sent out the links. Where's 10 rounder? 10 round left.
No, I'm in here, G. Sorry about that. No, I sent everyone links. So.
You did? Okay, brother. What's up, third? What's up, third? Optimus Android. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out, go listen to Coast to Coast. You got the camera locked on me, so I don't know what's gonna happen if I leave before somebody unlocks it.
Oh, hold on for a minute. All right, there you go. I don't know who put that on you. Like I said, I just got back, bro. So.
How do you change that?
You just gotta click on the main
screen. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, everybody have a good Thursday. Pretty good chat. Good to see you, David Sardi. I'm thinking, was Kansas one of your participants in your chat? I think that's how I met Kansas through Sardi's chat. So that's pretty cool. And then I met Mule and everybody else. So.
Yeah, I've been hanging with Dave for a while, and he keeps bugging me saying that he doesn't get invites in the Dragon, so I made sure that his ass got in tonight.
Yeah, well, glad he's here. Okay. You guys have a good Thursday.
Hey, have a good night, Jim. Take care, brother. 10 round, you riding with me or what, brother? What are you doing? You sleeping or you?
No, I'm just relaxing, listening.
I need my wingman, my brother.
I got you, G. I'm just relaxing, listening, you know.
What's going on, Gator 157? Truth, have a good night, my brother. Thanks for hanging out with us. Brother Truth, he's a soldier. He hung out with me most of the day.
What? I won. I won.
What'd you win, babe?
A free shake.
What's going on, Mama Rosa? Caregiver 7751.
OMG.
How you feeling, sweetie?
My name's on there.
Spitting to the wind. Spitting to the wind.
I won, my brother.
¿Cómo está, señorita? Brother Kevin, what's going on, my brother? Yeah, it is the 11th, Kev. You're right. It is 9/11. I just don't like to. I don't like to look at the date. Jay Watt, what's going on, my brother? Jay Watterson, 69. Man, we got a lot of people up in the house tonight.
Contest.
It's 9/11 and the world hasn't ended? Oh, my goodness.
Tony, what's up, my brother? Why aren't you in here? Get your ass in here, Tactical Tony 702. Before I make a trip out to Vegas. Get your ass up in here, boy. Brother Mutt, where the fuck did you go? Get your ass back in here.
I think Mutt probably drunk.
Mutt. I want Mutt. Mutt. I promised Mutt I would party with him all night. He's got off for the next 2 days. He said, gee, I'm going to party with y'all. I don't see his ass.
High Desert Pioneer doesn't need a link, right? Because he's a bartender.
The bartenders, yeah, HD don't need a link. Third don't need a link. They all don't need no links. They know how to get in.
Glenn.
Just get a link to Mutt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mutt. See, do it again. See if you can, brother.
All right, I'll send him another one because I sent him one last time, G, and he didn't come in.
Good looking out, see. Save America's Liberty HD. Get your ass in. Who's your daddy?
Wild Iron Horseman. Does he need a link?
The Wild Iron should just get his ass in. He don't need no link, but give him a link anyway. Did anybody copy the link and put it in the internal? So that way we can just...
Oh, here. I got it right here.
Yeah, throw that link in the internal if you can, JoJo. I appreciate it, bro.
There you are.
You're the man. You're the man.
All right.
Maybe we can send that out to Mud. Here, I'll copy it. I'll do it.
I put it in the last chat we were in, G. I put that exact same link in the
I know. But you know how, like, you got to get in a certain way, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm talking about, big boy.
Yep, that's super true. I got to get in the pain in the butt way.
But the good thing is, see, that you can just, you know, you got to get in the laptop, you got to sign in, yada, yada, and then you can just come in when you want. But I see what you're saying. When you're on the phone, you just got to do the immediate invite. That's the way same here, dude. That's much easier than sending links.
They can also go on their Google Mail page, and on the bottom left, there's a little green camera right next to our names. All you got to do is click on a camera and take you right in, too. Plus, the little green coupon, message coupon is in there with this link on it.
Where's Chad? Chad Lilly, where you at, my brother? I'll send you a link right now. You got it. Bam. Done. Did Stinger come through tonight?
No, Sting hasn't came through.
Where's Brolance?
Brolance got drunk and passed out.
Yeah.
Brolance, get your ass back in here.
He's muted.
That's my man, Lance. Bro, Lance. My main man, Lance.
It's crazy that we have a TV star.
Who's muted? I'm muting myself because I was making a bunch of racket.
You ain't making no damn racket, Davey boy. You good to go. Brother Dave, how you been, man? I haven't talked to you in a long time. What's going on?
Well, you want the lengthy version or the short version?
The lengthy version.
Okay, let's see. My mom died.
Oh, shit.
3 days later. 3 days later, my brother's wife calls up threatening to kick in the door and start taking stuff out of my house.
Why?
That's right.
Well,
because shit happens.
Apparently, the stuff that she took 7 years ago that my mom gave her,
right.
She thought that the other half of this stuff in the house that was mine should be hers too.
Oh, excuse us.
Yeah. But anyway, and this has gone back and forth. So I sold the furniture so I could get an attorney because my brother got an attorney. So
wow.
I gave the money to the attorney, and now the attorney has just called me today, well, yesterday now, and told me that my brother listed this farm with a real estate agent for $440,000, which is $100,000 under tax valuation.
Damn.
And he didn't have my signature on it. So it's like, yeah, you can't sell squat without my signature. And that's where it's at right now. So I'm gonna, since he thinks it's only worth $440, I'm gonna go try to get a loan for $220 and buy his half out, and then turn around and sell it for its appraised value.
Wow. Wow. You would think family's thicker than water, you know?
No.
Everyone's got to be so damn stubborn and so damn
They want their
greedy.
money.
They're greedy. Oh, it's all greed, man. It's all about me. It's all about, you know, me. That's sad. That's sad when somebody goes down like that. My mom, Sarah, my wife, her grandmother died. And obviously, you know, she had almost a $700,000-800,000 house. You know, there's Sarah's mom, the aunt, the brother. So those three children.
Yeah, they're like vultures. They don't even wait till the grave is settled before they start picking the bones.
But I tell you what, my family or her family did it right. I mean, everybody was on the same page and no arguments, no drama. Sarah's mom was the executive, whatever. The executive. Thank you.
See, that's
And
my
fucking
problem.
everything was smooth. Everything ran smooth.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. 7 years ago, my mother signed everything over to me and my brother. In other words, she had no estate.
Right.
She divided all the property up 7 years ago.
Yep.
My brother found an old will that showed that he's the executor of her estate. The problem is, she already dispersed the estate 7 years ago, so there was no estate.
Right.
Exactly. So,
And he's trying to say, well, no, I got this will. I says, no, you don't, because I've got the title.
I have a question.
I have a title.
I'm not a lawyer, but I have a question. When she 7 years ago, when she understood that it was best to distribute the estate while she was still alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who got the farm?
It's in both of our names.
Right. So there's no estate. He could have sold. He could have done this fucking 7 years ago then.
No, it was a life estate. We couldn't sell it until she died.
Oh, okay. All right. So now and then.
But now we have another problem. He has never paid a single penny in property tax on this place.
oh.
So you could throw. You need to talk to your lawyer about getting a lien against him for back property taxes.
We already have.
Yeah. So he's going to end up losing out. He's going to lose
His share. He's going to lose his
that's
share.
important. He'll lose his share.
He's going to lose. He's going to lose a large chunk.
Right. Right.
Well, yeah, I don't know how much property taxes are down in your area, neck of the woods.
Well, I got it on Greenbelt, so
In some
it's about
places,
$1,000 a year.
He's in Tennessee. He's in Tennessee, Mule.
yeah. So 5,000 a year.
1,000 a year.
1,000? That ain't bad at all. Shit.
Damn. Tennessee, man. I'll tell you.
I told you I had it on Greenbelt.
Oh, what's
means
Green?
I-
Where the fuck? I'm from fucking D.C., brother. Where the fuck is Greenbelt?
That means I'm only taxed on the agricultural value of the property. In other words, I could have $1 million house sitting here, and I would still only be taxed on what 52 acres can produce.
Right.
Huh.
I'll tell you, man, when family member dies and it's fucking people are sitting there with their hands out just waiting and waiting, that shit gets ugly, man. That shit gets fucking ugly, especially with family and oh man.
When somebody dies, everything changes.
Someone dies, everyone's fucking entitled to fucking everything, and you fuck you.
That's
But
right.
I want my 75%, and you all motherfuckers can share 25%.
Right.
Money is the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said.
All I'm gonna do is just wait, and if I can buy, since he named the price, that's lowballing. I'm gonna see if I can get a realtor, contact the realtor, say, look, if I can get a loan for it, I'll buy it, turn around and sell it for market value, and that will give me enough to buy another 20 acres up on the plateau and build me a nice little bitty house and a little bitty barn.
You didn't get rid of all the horses, did you, Dave?
I only got one horse.
Oh man. Well, remember the ones you told me you were selling a while ago? How many did you sell?
I only had one, that Goldie.
Oh, I thought you said you had a couple of small ones for sale.
No, I gave them away.
You gave them away?
Yeah, they wasn't worth anything.
Damn.
I gave them to a rodeo. They had the people doing little pony rides.
But how are they not worth anything? I don't understand. Why are they not worth anything? Like,
Because it costs more to feed.
Okay, I went to the
okay,
auction.
I got you.
I've been to the auctions, and I watched what the prices, what the animals go for.
And the
A
maintenance
little
is
pony,
more.
a miniature horse won't bring $25.
What?
That's right.
$25?
Yeah, you want a miniature pony? I'll get you one all day long.
No. Fuck no. Maintenance is fucking probably 10 grand a month. Fuck that.
Not
Ain't no
bad,
fucking zoo. But yeah, ain't no zoo over here, brother. This ain't no fucking. This
You
ain't
can
no.
eat them.
Will you stop with that shit again? Jesus. He 6 hours ago he started with that shit, and he.
Oh, you buy a fatted horse for $25. It's well worth that in meat. I mean, you butcher it, you
Well,
get
if you don't like to eat them, make dog food out of it. Look at how much dog food costs now.
right.
I haven't checked. When I was in a coma, they got rid of my dog.
Well, think about this though. You know, say it's $1 a can, right? And you spent $25 on a horse, and it dresses out at 70 pounds of meat.
Whew. Whew. That's a good question. Well, how much do they eat, Dave, per day? Per day?
Grass-wise, not much. I mean, they eat grass. My one horse, full-size horse, does not keep my yard mowed.
No? Wow.
And I got an acre yard acre and a half yard during the summer. Now during the winter time, it's not enough, but she's just running loose out there right now, eating grass.
And I meant to ask you, Dave, being you've had horses, isn't part of the reason why they file down the back teeth of the horses is because it fits the bit better?
No, the bit never touches the back teeth.
Oh, okay.
It's just to help them chew their food better.
Okay. Huh.
And it's usually only older horses that they have it done to.
Right. Well, I'm originally a city kid. All the stuff I've learned since leaving the cities.
Everybody should get a horse and train it. A young baby horse and train it. It will give you a whole new definition of patience.
Huh, thanks anyway. I raised 4 human children, small human children.
Yeah, but the small human children can't stomp a mud hole in your butt.
Right, but they can turn your hair white 10 years too early, you know? So I've had enough stress, thanks.
I'm trying to find that video that Dave almost freaking killed himself.
Oh.
What's the name again, Dave?
Hey, y'all, watch this.
Thank you.
Let me see if I can find it right quick. I got YouTube pulled up.
I got it right. Yep, I got you right here.
It should be only a 30-second video.
Oh, okay. You're probably going to beat me.
Yeah, I got it right here. Let me get the link.
Okay. Watch this, Mule. He made a buggy like 6 months ago. He made a buggy.
Yeah, I know. He crashed it.
Oh, you saw it. Oh, that's right. Mule
yeah.
saw it already. Oh, my bad. We'll put it in the
video.
No, this is a different one. This is the wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right. The wheelchair. Yeah. This is the wheelchair.
I put it in a link into it. My screen share doesn't work right.
All right, I got it. I'm doing it right now. Yeah, his wheelchair. He made this.
Another one?
Yeah, he made another one. Exactly. He made another one.
Did you know Pinocchio was a bad motivational speaker?
You have potential. Oh boy.
What's that? A commercial?
Yeah. There's your 2 puppies. 3.
There you go. There it is.
Watch this, Joe. Look at this fucking creation.
Hey, that looks pretty neat.
He's fucking rolling, yo.
Hey, I won't take long to get a camera like that.
Oh, shit.
Watch this, Joe. Look at that horse kick. Look at that kicking. Gone. Oh.
Oh, that was a good idea, though, Dave. I mean, the horse didn't really like it, but...
Well, she is going to have to get over it.
Right, she is. But that's a great idea. Did you weld it to the frame? Is it solid?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. That's a good idea, and you know that's the kind of ideas that people are gonna have to do. Say it was a big EMP event all worldwide, solar flare, whatever.
Minus the getting thrown out in the middle of the road.
Right, minus the getting thrown out. But I mean, I've been looking at that and thinking about that. What's the easiest thing to adapt to that kind of thing? Like, you know, stripping the bodies off of pickup trucks and dropping engines, because that's all extraneous weight. You know, I mean, a pickup is actually a perfect little carriage if you get the engine out the middle of it. You know,
you'd have to have a team of horses to pull something that heavy.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You'd have to lighten up a lot of weight. I mean, but you wouldn't need most of it, right? You'd have to strip out a lot of it anyway.
That's why the Amish build little carts that are, you know, I can move one of them by hand, with one hand.
You going or I'm going?
I'll go.
All right. Well, no, actually, I want to...
But here's the one thing about a horse that nobody seems to understand. Forget about the buggy. If you get two horses, you ride one with a backpack on, and the other one carries about 300 pounds. You can cut through fences. You can go across rivers because horses can swim real good. You don't even have to hit a road. You don't have to. You don't even have to go by road. Use roads at all. You can go totally cross country.
How long can you ride a horse before you start becoming?
I was just about to ask that 10 round. Good question. Good question.
What's that?
He asked Dave how long can he go on there for, like an average ride before getting tired.
You can go all day long as long as you swap up. Yeah, the old army. Look at the Civil War. I got a good. If you got Netflix or maybe Amazon, I think, look up the horses of Gettysburg. And
I was there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, huge mule trains and everything. So yeah, you can ride a horse forever if you take breaks.
Don't you start getting rashes though from riding them?
Don't you start getting rashes? Yeah, well, that's where you get calluses on your hand, just like from working a shovel.
Got to wear gloves, brother Dave.
Yeah, well, you put a saddle on there, and your butt becomes accustomed to it.
Right. Now, how long can you actually go for, Dave? Like,
I can't ride at all right now.
Well, when you can ride, how far can you go?
From one end of the country to the other.
How far can the horse go?
From one end of the country to the other.
Yeah, if you
in a day.
Oh,
like
in a day. Now you can easily do 30, 40 miles.
30, 40 miles in one whole day, correct?
Yeah, that's taking it easy. That's not rushing it. If you want to rush it, you could do 60 or 70.
Per day.
But you're not going to do that every day.
Right. That's why I said per day you're looking at what, like 35 miles per day on an average?
Yeah, and that's nobody getting tired.
Without killing the horse, for crying out loud.
That's going indefinitely. I'm talking about you could do that every single day for the rest of the horse's life.
Yeah, horses are definitely awesome.
Oh yeah, they're strong, man. They're a strong animal, especially those Clydesdales. See those Budweiser commercials during the holidays. They're my favorite. My favorite.
You're telling me, gee, I've ridden a Clydesdale.
Oh, that's cool. See, that's cool.
It's the only horse that can hold me.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. A Clydesdale is about what I would need to ride.
Well, what about me? What would I need? I'm 270 pounds.
Any horse could probably ride you, but would it be bad on the horse? And would your belly hang over the saddle horn? So what kind of saddle are you going to get?
Oh, I don't know. I'm 6'5", waist size 42, 44.
Oh, you're 6'5" and you weigh two what?
I'm at 270, 6'5", 6'5" and a half, somewhere around there.
Any full size horse will haul you around.
Yeah.
Anything over 15 hands.
Now, what is the limit, Dave? The maximum weight a horse can handle?
Oh, they'll tell you when they fall down.
When the horse doesn't want to move anymore, they'll tell you. That's why I had to ride a Clydesdale. I think the horse I rode was 24 hands or something like that.
No, it wasn't that
Those
tall.
fucking Clydesdales, Chris, their bitches are huge.
Oh, I know. You're telling. I've rid one, G. He was massive.
Wow. You should have took a video of that.
Oh, I've got pictures. I don't have a video.
Oh, text me the pics, bro.
Clydesdales usually run around 18 to 20 hands.
Maybe
what does that mean? What are y'all talking about? What are y'all hands? What are y'all talking
The
about?
hand is 4 inches. So 15 hands. That's 15 times 4.
Maybe it was smaller then, because I remember her talking about that, and she was saying how big the hands, or how big it is. And mind you, it is a woman's hands, so.
No, it's a standard 4-inch hand.
No. She measured with her hands as a woman.
Well, then she was retarded.
I because her horse didn't kick like your horse did, and she drives around a buggy all the time.
My horse doesn't kick.
That horse that you showed us was kicking.
Shit,
That's only the third time she's ever. I mean, she's not even. She just turned 2 years old.
Well, she was kicking.
How old was that? Well, when you're training them others, they kick too.
Well, that's what we're saying. That son of a bitch was kicking.
Yeah, that's all right.
He said, "That's all right."
I was far enough back. I wasn't getting kicked.
Yeah, that's true. You were reclining in that wheelchair, all right.
Yeah, that wheelchair was comfortable.
Yeah, you look comfortable.
I'd like to get her trained real good. Put that in one of the 4th of July parades or something.
Yeah. You guys don't have no parades down there?
Speaking of rain, that's a good thing. I need to check to see how close it is. We're supposed to have a big cool-off down here.
When's the last time you all had a parade down there, Dave? You guys don't have parades?
Parades? Well, they have parades all the time.
Yeah, parades. You know. I'm surprised you guys, you ride the horse in the parade, or?
Well, not yet. She's not old enough. She's just a baby.
Who are we talking about, Goldie?
No, Goldie's gone. I'm talking about Cleo, the one I kept.
I told you had more than one horse.
At one time, but Cleo got sold. I mean, Goldie got sold.
Now, do you have a specific place where you get them, or you pretty much go?
You can get them from the auctions. You can get them on the internet. I mean, just type in your zip code and go horses for sale. Find out what's for sale around you.
Oh yeah, I got a farm right down the street from me, about maybe 5 miles.
Well, that doesn't mean that farm has the horses. It may be somewhere else.
Yeah, we got a strawberry farm down here 5 miles from the house, and they got about, I don't know, probably 50 acres maybe, and they got a nice little horse. Maybe not that big, maybe a little bit less, but they got a nice little horse track, and they breed them, and they race them, and oh yeah, they got like probably a dozen of them in the barn.
If they race them, they're probably hackneys or thoroughbreds.
But next time I'll go there this week. I'll take some. I'll send some videos.
Hackneys race the carts. Thoroughbreds race at the Kentucky Derbies.
It's already down to 61 here, and it's supposed to be 64 for the next 3 days.
And I would love to
That's
see
awesome.
those kinds of numbers, Joe.
Let me see what kind of number I'm at right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the front. The front, it looks like it's just now moving into Louisville, Kentucky. So it should be cooling off here tomorrow for me.
Did you get that picture, brother?
I'm gonna look at my phone. I'm getting my phone out right now, bro. Oh yeah, thank you. I haven't looked at it, but I got it. Let me take a look. Wow. Damn.
Yeah, I told you that wasn't a little horse.
Yeah, is it okay if I show it to him, say?
I'd prefer we'd keep that between us, G.
Oh, okay, brother. That's why I asked.
I don't like to show too much of my personal life, you know?
That's why I asked, brother. I got respect.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, she's a big boy. That looks fun, though, see? I mean, it does. I mean, it's big, but it doesn't look, I mean, like the ones I see, like in the commercials.
You know, well, you gotta remember, I am a large guy, so I make a lot of things look little.
Yeah, you gotta make that bitch look small, bro. But, God, I'll probably make that bitch look even smaller.
You'd make it look little, too.
That's what I'm saying. I would make it look like a fucking midget. I'm 6 foot, almost 6'6".
One little clown circus clown horses.
Yeah,
see, my feet would be hanging on the ground. See?
Yeah.
Miners were riding one of them little motorcycles.
if you see average, like I went to a regular horse place, right, G?
Right.
Because I wanted to ride a horse. I've never ridden a horse my whole life.
Right.
And the guy told me, you know, unfortunately, we don't have any horses big enough for you.
Huh. Oh, then they definitely don't got nothing for me.
Right? And he said, the horses are just, they can't, you know, no offense, but you're too heavy for the horses.
That's what he said to you? That's what he said on the Clydesdale or just a regular one?
Not the regular horses.
Okay.
So I said, well, what kind of horse can I ride and where can I ride them? And they said, you're going to have to find somebody with the Clydesdale.
Oh, okay.
And it so happened that my partner, Justin, his uncle has like 3 or 4 horses.
Oh, no shit.
And their best horse happens to be a Clydesdale. Like they said, bar none, this horse is smarter than the rest. She's calmer.
Wow.
And on top of that, she's just a great horse, you know, just a good horse.
Sure,
like they got one of those little ponies. That damn thing is so freaking feisty and rowdy and just, it doesn't like people around it.
You don't want nothing to hurt you or kick you or fucking get you off, and yeah, definitely don't want that.
Yeah, so when I rode that, when I got on that Clydesdale, you know, it was my first time, and I was scared, and the horse was just, didn't care. It was like, come on, let's go for a ride.
Shit, I would be too. When that bitch is like, you don't got no power, or you think you got power of it, but it's not like you've done it before. And the bitch is big.
Yeah, I mean,
if she wants to take off on you, she's gone.
Yeah, the horse was huge. I mean, when I stood next to it, I was up to right about its shoulders.
Damn.
So it's a massive horse. It just right there. It doesn't look.
How big are you?
I'm 6'2".
And how big around?
I'm 310 pounds.
But the Clydesdale should be able to hold your weight with no problem, right?
Yeah, the Clydesdale. I was told that Clydesdale can
Didn't
be
even
at 700 pounds.
Yeah, I was going to say that Clydesdale shouldn't even know that you were even on the horse.
I was told by the owner that it can be packed out at 700 pounds.
I believe that.
And still do 15-mile rides.
I believe that.
What about any other of the horses that they use for pack horses? They
The
got to
horse-
carry more than 250, 300 pounds.
The horses that I seen, when I went to go to the horse place, right, it was like $75 an hour. The guy told me that their horses pack out at 300 pounds.
Say it again, Chris. Which ones pack at 300 pounds?
I was told by the horse, at this place that I went to go ride them,
Right.
they pack out at 300 pounds. So That's like the most they want to put on those things, and I was over that limit, so they didn't want.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't go on it either because I'm too close to it. I'm 30 pounds. Yeah. I'm way. I don't want to strain the horse. 270's close enough to 300.
Well, the distance of your ride also depends on how much you're straining the horse. Like Cleo out here, she could handle my weight,
Right.
but it wouldn't be good for her to handle my weight over 10 or 12 miles.
Well, how many horses did the studios go through to get Hoss Cartwright's ass running around there every week?
He only had to ride for a couple of minutes at a time.
Yeah, but geez, still, you're going to put, that guy on and off that poor horse's back?
Yeah.
Every
That
day.
horse didn't, as long as the horse is in shape, they can carry a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But not for long, though, right?
Well, it depends. There's so many variables. You can't say there's no set variable in everything.
Because don't forget, Jim. Don't forget, Joe, that when the horse is packed up, let's just throw numbers and say the horse can handle 1,000 pounds. Just let's say.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say we're packing 500-600 pounds. That's a good amount of weight. Just because the horses can't able to run no more doesn't mean she can't walk, or she can't walk fast, or you're still moving no matter what. Now when the horse just stops and lays down and says enough is enough, then that's when you park it and say, hey, we gotta wait till tomorrow until we move on. That's that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't strain the horse.
The object would be to look at the horse and see when it's starting to breathe hard and sweat a lot to give it a break.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you, when you get sweating and breathing real hard, it's time to take a break.
Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but when you get on the horse, Dave, you don't really have that much. Do you have enough extra for your pack? Or you're
I don't get on. That's why I have a wagon. I'm training her to pull a wagon.
Right.
And at a wagon, she could pull 1,000 pounds.
No shit.
Because it's on wheels.
Yeah, the bearings do the work there. They're just lighten the
Right.
height.
That's a good point.
That's why wagons are more. You hook that Clydesdale to a wagon, and you could probably pull 2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a wagon that they would pull this one, or she pulls, because they would occasionally take them to. Her friend borrowed her horse during the summer months, and they would take it and pull like wagon rides in some festivals or some crap like that. And I'm telling you that for my first horse riding experience, I was glad I went and did it with her because it was something I wanted to enjoy and not get hurt on.
Oh, yeah.
And you can easily be hurt by one of these animals, just like you're saying, Dave.
What I don't understand
is I
why
agree.
people get so uptight about horses and then they'll go jump on a motorcycle and go 80 miles an hour down the road.
Well, see, because I can hit the brakes on the motorcycle.
I've been on motorcycles. In my worst wrecks, my biggest scars are from motorcycles, not horses.
Of course, but the first time you jumped on that motorcycle, were you flying willy-nilly everywhere?
Well, no.
Exactly. That's the same thing with the horse. If you've never had any experience with it, you don't get on it thinking that everything is going to be okay. You get on it cautiously.
Yep.
I was very cautious, and I've seen a lot of videos of people getting kicked by horses.
That's smart, say.
Getting the horse bucking them off, and I just, I've seen those, and I had not a stigmatism, what is it?
Well, let's put it this way. I've driven down the highway over millions of miles, and I've seen plenty of motorcycles plastered into the back end of cars. It wasn't the motorcycle driver's fault. The car driver ran over the motorcycle.
Yeah, basically 10 Rounder did his homework before he went out. Smart one, say. That's what you got to do. You got to do your homework. You're getting yourself involved with that horse has your life on his back.
and a mind of his own. So if he doesn't,
mind of his own.
But you're lucky. A horse is a vegetarian, not a meat eater. And their first thing to do, if a horse gets scared, the first thing it's going to do is run away.
That's true. Better hope he doesn't kick you on your run out.
Right, we also seen horses that fucking attack people and hurt people.
Very seldom you see that. And those are usually abused horses.
Well, you call it what you want, but the point is that it
Are you talking about that bicycle rider that got bit by a horse?
Not just that, but
That guy was up there antagonizing that horse, and that horse told
I
him.
know. Oh, I know he was, and he got what he deserved.
Yeah. You don't go up to a wild herd of horses where that head mare is going to protect her foal or something.
No.
And, oh, here, let me stick my hand in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, don't horses have like a hierarchy?
A what?
A hierarchy?
There's always a lead mare.
Yeah, so they'll come up to you and bite you to put you in your place, don't they?
No.
Damn. Come on now.
I was bit by a horse for no reason, a cop horse.
No way.
I'm dead serious. I was at a park one time. They were having sort of a parade, and I was standing next to the cop, and the cop came behind me, and the horse bit me for no reason. And I wasn't even looking at it.
Well, that horse was trained to be aggressive, and if you'd been paying attention, that horse would have gave you a message that I'm fixing to bite you.
So I should have been.
If it would have been me sitting there, I would have been arrested for assaulting the police's horse. I mean, as soon as I seen that mouth come open, I'd have punched it right in the nose.
Oh, I didn't see it come open. I wasn't even paying attention. He bit me from behind.
Oh,
okay.
man.
You got to pay attention around horses.
Well, he doesn't. His back was turned toward. He didn't see him bite him. He bit him in his back.
Well, he wasn't paying attention.
He don't got eyes behind your back. He wasn't. Well, who fucking is going to expect that a horse is going to bite him at a parade?
He wasn't expecting to pay attention either. You know.
You don't
Well, then that police officer was responsible.
Yeah, but you're not.
You fall on the ground and go, "Oh, call my attorney."
Yeah, now cops don't care. He probably would have shot me and said, "Quit resisting arrest."
Yeah, was that before police unions or after him?
That's crazy. So what happened when he bit you, Chris? What the fuck happened? Like when he?
I just said "ow" and looked at the cop, and the cop looked at me and he's like, "Oh well," and I walked away like fucking horse bit me.
Oh, well, then that horse didn't bite you.
I'm telling you,
if that horse bit you, you would not be going "ow" and walking away.
Maybe he nibbled you.
Maybe he nibbled me, but this shit hurt.
Well, still, it's a fucking bite. I don't give a fuck if it's a nibble or if his teeth contact his fucking skin. That's a fucking bite.
Oh, I had a bruise.
Yeah, that's a bite, man. That ain't no fucking nibble. Nibble my ass.
Well, it's better than a horse. Better having a horse bite you than a fucking turtle.
I want to fucking.
A turtle can't fucking open its mouth until its jaws have met.
Really?
You know that? So yeah. So you don't ever want to get bit by no fucking turtle.
No, turtles will hurt you.
Turtles take a chunk out of your ass, man.
Yeah, turtles bite your fingers off, dude. I've seen it.
I won't play with no turtles, that's for sure.
No, turtles are they will snap you quick and they hurt.
Well, now about them not being able to open their mouth, I've took many of snapping turtles and poked sticks at them and stuff, and they can open their mouth again.
Really?
Yeah, I've stuck my boot in their mouth and kicked them around the barn. We got them here all the time. Every now and then one shows up in the yard, and then, that's the end of him.
Maybe it's just soft tissue they do that with, then, huh?
Yeah, if they think they've got hold of you, they ain't gonna let go. They're like little pit bulls.
Yeah, there you go then.
If they're not getting any satisfaction, they'll open their mouth again. The best thing to do is not stick your finger in the turtle's mouth.
Hey, you know what? Come to think of it, I have seen big snapping turtles break a stick. Snap out at it and go whack, and there goes the stick. 2 pieces.
That depends on the size of the stick.
Yeah, well, it was a redwood tree. No, but I tell you, hey, I wouldn't want it to be my finger, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Here's the point, folks. Don't put your finger towards the turtle's mouth.
That's right.
Exactly.
Lesson learned. Don't be messing with no turtles. Leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
If he ain't harming you, let him go on his way.
Exactly.
Here, throw it away when you're done. Oh, no good. Won't you do that?
What did you say, Rosa? I need to buy a fixed blade. Man, I got a fucking knife fetish. I can't get it out of my system. Oh.
Why you change your picture?
I didn't change my picture. I'm in as a green dragon, and that's the green dragon picture right now.
All I'm seeing is a picture of Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Where's Nunya, Dave? I invited Nunya. You talked to him lately?
Talked to him a few days ago.
Yeah, I sent him a link. See if I can get him in.
Hey, Dave, you got any scoop on East Tennessee Prepper? Whatever happened to him?
Let's see.
I know he left for a while.
Oh, no, but guess who I got to meet? You ever hear of Zion Prepper?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he stopped by the other day.
He's with Arkansas Prepper. Or is associated with him somehow.
Now, Zion Prepper was up north, and he got him a job down here in Tennessee now.
Yeah.
No, he dropped in. He's the one that wrote the book, The Prepper Survival Guide.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I was reading it, and he says, I know he was picking on me. Can you grab 2 5-gallon jugs of water and walk a mile with it?
Right.
I said, no, I got a horse, man. I put the 5-gallon jugs on the horse's back and let her tote the water. Or I got a 250-gallon tote. I put wheels on it and let her tote 250 gallons around.
Damn, that's 1.5 tons, roughly.
As long as you didn't have to pull it up no hills or down no hills, for braking,
Yeah.
You could pull it.
Joe, you want to do this next shout out, brother?
Yeah, let me get to the channel because I don't have that page up. Hang on.
Now, that is a good question. How good are horses at stopping stuff?
At what?
Stopping.
Downhill.
Well, that's what she started kicking about, because she had the blinders on, and when my fat butt pushed her in the behind from a trot to a stop, she panicked and started kicking. I mean, it scared her, so she got scared, and she thought there was a tiger on her butt, and she got to kicking and tore the cart up. But I do have a bigger cart that weighs about 600 pounds.
600 pounds?
Yeah, now that she's healed up, she won't be able to tear that up. I've been waiting for her to heal up. I'm going to put her back on that big cart. It's got truck tires on it it's just for training, not for hauling stuff. And that way, when she kicks it, it'll be like, okay, you kicked it, big deal. All you'll hear is ting, ting, where her shoes hit it. So we're going to go back to that cart until she learns to quit being such a scaredy cat when we come to a stop.
They get scared a lot, Dave, the horses, just like in general.
They're prey animals. It's like you know, they evolved as food for other animals.
So
Like
they're
lions and tigers.
They're afraid of everything.
Yeah, everything. They're food for everything. So they must taste good if the tigers and lions like to eat them. So that's why I thought they might taste good too.
Okay, here we go with the shout out. We got Cowboy Rides 1, Time Waves 2, More Days. Whoops, going
That's
wrong
right, we're
way.
live.
What was that?
All right, yeah.
Nobody ever put a link to the YouTube video in the.
It says for me not to use your phone.
What'd you say?
Over and over and over, same guys. Okay, we got Truth Seekers in there, Caregiver 7751, JJ McKay 6Man1, 420 Homestead, P NASCARs. How's everyone tonight, he says. You doing okay? How you doing, NASCARs? And that's it. Everybody's talking back and forth real well.
Cool.
Okay, so back at it.
Thanks, Joe.
Yep, welcome.
We want to thank everybody, like I said, coming out and listening to us. I know we started late, but better late than never.
Everybody in the chat room, please remember to hit the like button. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No doubt. No doubt. It means a lot.
And everybody on the panel, don't forget to hit the like button.
Shout outs to the whole panel. Shout outs to Michelle. Shout outs to Johnny. Good peeps. Shout outs to all the people that come out and always support the dragon. And that's why we do it. Ain't nothing like sitting back and listening to a bunch of dudes talk shit. You never know what's going to come out of our mouth next.
Yeah, this is coming up on 1 o'clock here.
It's about 2 o'clock a.m. here. Eastern time.
Yeah, because you're ahead of me.
That's
like
why I
those,
said, man.
Those little Adobe looking pups or dogs that Dave's got too, they're cool.
Yeah, I couldn't have a little dog. My dogs were 60 pounds or bigger. He just doesn't look right. Big ass man, 6'6", 270 pounds, walking a little poodle. Don't look right.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
It looks good. I mean, they don't eat much and they bark every time something comes around the house.
Oh, I know that. Oh, they're good alarm dogs. I know that.
And then if anything's worth they're barking at, I just happen to have extra airsoft rounds.
Right.
For my little thing here.
Right.
If they bark at it, I'll just shoot it with my airsoft.
Right.
Hurt you?
The what?
That's a pretty sweet airsoft you got there, Dave.
I thought it was a Glock.
Yeah, well, it's modeled to look at like a Glock. You know, I painted the orange muzzle black. You know.
I thought it was a Glock.
Man, you surround yourself with little dogs, huh?
Yeah, what's her name? Socrates and shit like that.
Now this one's Stapole. Dax, come here, Dax. Dax, get up here. Come on, Dax.
You said Jax or Dax?
Dax, like you ever watch Star Trek?
No, I hate it. I don't like Star Trek.
Well, this is Spock's mother, T'Pol.
What's that? Is it DAX or JAX?
Yeah, DAX, Dax.
Oh yeah, my good one of my good buddies, his 2-year-old son or 1-year-old son's name is Dax. That's cool.
What's her name?
Okay, now that everybody's tired of
Uh,
watching me lay down.
that
Hey,
the one,
it's late. You're all good.
the one girl from Austria, a lone Wolverine, 1984. Her name's Lily. She's got a big, real furry, long-haired dog. He's real cool. His name is Dax. He's crazy out in the woods, man. He's out there. He'll take a sapling like 2-inch diameter, and he'll stand there and dig up the roots and then grab the trunk of the tree and rip it out of the ground.
Oh, I believe it. Those little dogs are
I
crazy.
had a bigger dog up until Friday, and it got run over. I had a border collie.
Oh,
He was the dumbest border collie I've ever seen.
wow.
No matter what I do, I mean, he would always grab plastic jugs off the porch. Anything made out of plastic would be scattered all over the yard. And no matter how many times I fixed the fence where these little dogs wouldn't get out, he would dig under it and get out on the road. So he finally got out on the road, and he became road pizza.
Oh, man.
Too bad to hear that.
Well, he was stupid, so he kind of deserved it.
Oh.
Border Collie's supposed to be smart. This one wasn't very smart.
Yeah, I'm either gonna.
He got kicked twice by the horse, and finally the horse broke his leg.
Damn.
And he still chased the horse. He would not leave the horse alone. So that's how the dog was.
I'm gonna buy a little boxer or an English bulldog.
Boxers are beautiful, but they choke a lot.
Yeah, I know, but dogs, Joel, but it's either gonna be I had an American bulldog, I had an English bulldog, I had an old English bulldog.
Yeah. Another thing about small dogs is you don't have to worry about getting sued so much by people, or people call, oh, I'm gonna, being afraid of your dog.
If you teach your dogs not to bark or bite or just be vicious, you don't have to worry about that.
Well, any dog will bite if it's afraid. It's like any horse will kick and run if it's afraid.
Why would you want to have a dog and train it not to bark or be vicious or anything like that or bite?
Yeah,
well, because they're pets to me, Joe. They're not protection. My pistol is protection.
Exactly.
My dog.
Mine
Yeah.
Mine are alarm clocks too.
You can't expect a dog to do what we do. A dog is a pet. A dog is a part of your family. A dog is what you love and cherish. You can't expect a dog to go on the front line and guard your house. Now, unless you take your dog to an obedient class, a training class, that's different. You know what I mean? That those dogs are specialized to do that. But I hear what C's talking about.
Well, see, we have a black lab. She's half black lab and half Rottweiler. And ever since, her brothers, man, one of them is totally fucking crazy. I mean, I don't know what the hell it was. He would hide under the van or the truck, and if I walked past it, he would growl and like stick his paws out there like he's gonna run out and bite my leg off, Anyway, we finally got him a house. A place on a farm. But this one we have is Maggie. She's a lot calmer, but strangers come around.
Sounds like somebody's flushing a toilet.
He's something. She'll bark right away. Very attentive. Anybody strange, we let any strangers in the house, she's right there right away. And if we're outside and anybody, our neighbors come up to us, she'll get between us and them, and she's at the ready, until we tell her it's okay, and she's all right. She'll lay down, and the whole time they're there, she won't do anything. She won't even move.
Joe, did you have outside dogs or inside dogs?
She's inside, outside, mostly inside though. The other ones, when she was born, they were outside.
Yeah, I grew up with only inside dogs, so.
There's some dogs I don't trust, like German Shepherds I don't trust, Doberman Pinschers I don't trust, Rottweilers I don't trust.
Like my little dogs, if let's say we was in a crap hit the fan, I wouldn't have a bit of problem of putting them in their little cages and putting their cage in the window. Because if anybody, I would have 3 windows around the house being watched, 24/7.
Right.
While I'm sleeping, there's a dog in the window. If anything walks by that window, it's going to go.
And what kind of dogs are they?
Miniature pinchers.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
Some people call them miniature Dobermans, but
Min pins.
I just don't trust them, man. Those German Shepherds, man, they turn on their owners.
G, I had one for 13 years, and he never bit one of us.
The thing about it is, man, sometimes, like 50% German Shepherds, they'll say they're the best dogs they've ever had, and then the other people will say they just don't trust them. Like,
This dog was so damn smart. I joke you not, G. We would try to lock him in the garage, and he'd open the door.
yeah, they're smart. I know they're smart. I like labs. Labs are good dogs. I just wouldn't want a dog.
we had a lab that would bite. It would go after anybody.
Oh, yeah, labs are vicious dogs. Just like golden retrievers are very vicious dogs. Most people don't know that.
Yeah. That's the thing about English Bulldogs. They're so strong, short, and stubby. I love their stance. I just love them. But I'm afraid that they'll just knocking the shit out of them. But I think they can hold their own, man. Like I said, the 2-year-old is 42 pounds.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I just went today at the doctor's. 42 pounds even.
Hey, some of the meanest dogs I ever seen were Chihuahuas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those little suckers are vicious, man.
All little purse dogs are fucking nasty.
Yeah, all little dogs got little dog syndrome, so
Yeah,
that's why they're so
purse
angry.
dogs. Little backpack dogs.
Mm-hmm. They're like overgrown cats, if you ask me.
Exactly.
If cats could bark, they'd be barking too.
Well, I don't know. I bring my little dogs into the Tractor Supply and the co-op, and everybody walks up and pets them and everything. They're not a problem, but you try to do that with my mother's or my brother's Chihuahuas, and that dog will have a seizure if anybody tries to go up and pet it.
Yeah.
Well,
Does he bounce when he barks?
Does he bounce?
Yeah, does his front paws bounce because he barks so heavy?
Yeah, they bounce, and their little butt puckers out at the same time.
Yeah, those vicious little bastards, man.
he said butt fuckers.
You ever watch a dog bark? Watch them when they bark. Their butt puckers out every time they bark.
Yeah, they damn near have a prolapse.
Yeah, they fart at the same time they bark. Bark, bark.
Yeah, they're vicious little bastards, man. Chihuahuas are nothing to play with. If a Chihuahua was the size of a German Shepherd, they'd be killing things all the time.
My wife's nephew had Chihuahuas, and he had custom-made black leather jackets and shit for him.
You would have loved my dog. Fucking that American Bulldog. He was a $130. His name was Kane. Brindle, white. Oh, he was a beast.
Those dogs are beautiful, man. American Bulldogs are beautiful dogs.
Was a beast. Beast.
I think most dogs are beautiful. I'm just not. I can care less for the little dogs.
Yeah, me too.
I grew up with American Staffordshire Terriers.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep, and then we had a German Shepherd for 12 or 13 years. My dad put him down once his back legs started going out.
Yeah, those things don't like big cats for you, man. You can't do nothing with that first dog.
Yeah, and we had a Chihuahua named Chico, who was 19. We had him for 19 years.
Wow. I didn't think dogs could get that. 19 years.
Yeah, 19 years before my dad put him down. He couldn't hear that good, and he was starting to go blind.
You hear about the coolest dog I ever did see was one of my neighbors had a Dachshund Labrador. It was a cool dog.
Sounds like a cool dog, Joe.
Yeah.
Labs are cool dogs, but I'm telling you, I like Rottweilers and I like Amstaffs.
Rottweilers look cool. I love their markings and their left.
Well, my budget right now affords these little bitty dogs just fine. I can take a 40-pound bag of feed and last a couple of months.
Oh, damn, that's pretty good. I would think they'd eat a lot more than that.
No.
I tell you this much. My last dog would go through probably 80 pounds of food a month.
What pisses me off about our dog is that she gets more dog food than I get.
It ain't bad at all.
And on top of
that, I try not to eat any dog food.
My dog ate that top-end blue, that high-end blue dog food.
80 pounds a month? That's good.
80 pounds a month at $60 a bag, G.
Mine eat co-op dog food, and I looked at the ingredients, and the ingredients were the same as the Nutro. It's like co-op subcontracted Nutro to make their food for them.
I used to breed pit bulls for a couple of years, man. I know.
Neutron sucks too when it comes to the dog food world. You got to go with that Blue Buffalo. Holistic dog food. My dog ate healthier than I did.
Holistic dog food. Okay.
And occasionally...
I'm going to tell you right now, my dogs do not look malnutrition. Whatever.
Malnutrition?
Yeah. And they all look very happy laying upside down.
They ain't malnutrinated.
Yeah.
Now, are all of your dogs fixed?
No.
No, they're all broke.
Yeah, that was the first thing. Actually, I had no choice but to get my dog fixed. When I bought him, I signed the contract, and I wouldn't pay the asking price. So I signed a contract saying I would fix the dog within a year.
Now this one right here is his daddy is the one that rode all over the country with me in the truck, and he's purebred and he's AKC registered. They got his DNA. He's got more paperwork on him than I got on me. He's even got microchipped in him.
Yeah, I didn't microchip my dogs or paperwork them. I did have his lineage, though.
Well, I am going to breed him here if I maybe next year just to keep that lineage going because, I mean, he conforms in every way. He could be, I could show him, I guess. You want to be showed? No, you don't care.
No, he doesn't care.
All he cares is he gets his food. And
gets to bark at the other dogs.
How old are they, Dave?
This one here is about 5, and these other 2 are 10.
Yeah, my dog would lay on me like that too, Dave. Except for he was 120 pounds, so.
Well, I had a 100-pound Doberman, and it was the friendliest dog. I mean, he would sneak his butt around on the couch, you know. You tell him to get off the couch, and all of a sudden his butt would be there, and then he would kind of lean over, and before you know it, he'd be up on the couch. And you'd have to shove him off the couch.
Yeah, my dog had all access and an open bowl policy.
Sure, it's funny, man. Some dogs fucking live better than dudes, man. They got their nice little fluffy little beds and spoiled little dogs. Get to go to dog spas and get their nails trimmed and little haircuts. And
well, mine do get baths every 3 days.
they should. Motherfuckers think.
Because I get a bath, I take a shower every day, and each one takes a turn getting in the shower.
They should. You You gotta keep them clean, or they'll be stinking up the whole house.
Well, I stink up the house worse than they do.
I believe that.
Yeah, I love dogs. They're awesome. I also love cats, though, so.
You see that? I can't. Yeah, fuck that. I can't do no cats.
You gotta find yourself a cat that thinks he's a dog.
Well, I can't have cats around here because the coyotes keep eating them.
All cats do is fucking scratch, claw, fucking bitch. They're like, remind me of fucking. I'll keep my mouth shut.
No, cat. You know, like I said, you can find a cat that thinks he's a dog. I'm dead serious. There's cats that play fetch.
Ever.
There's cats that play fetch, G.
I never seen that in my life. All they do is kiss, bitch, scratch.
Well, you know what it is cats are like little women in fur coats.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, dogs are men in fur coats.
Exactly.
Lazy little fur bags.
I agree.
Yeah, see, your dog will find the most comfortable place in the house, like a pillow, and just lay down.
I agree.
Yeah.
The dogs, they can make it work. They'll make it work. They don't need much, you know? Those cats, they need yada yada. They need this. They need that. They need the tree to climb. They need fucking yarn to play with. Spoiled.
Yeah, no, I think you could spoil your dogs just as easily as you could spoil a cat.
I've had cats, dogs, chickens, ducks, geese, snakes.
I see people spoiling their dogs more than their kids.
Horses, cows, pigs. Let's see, what other kind of animals we had around here? Mice, but the mice were to feed the snakes.
Fish.
Yeah, we've had fish.
Fish and cats and dogs. It's only and birds.
Oh, and we've had big fish too in the pond that we ate. I ate them. Every animal on this farm has been eaten except for the dog and the cat. I might have eaten cat. I'm not sure, but at the Chinese restaurant. But I haven't eaten a horse yet. But we're gonna fix that this winter.
Looking mighty tasty, huh?
Them French people eat them and say they're good. I've talked to several people that say, yeah, I've ate it. They're good.
Yeah, French people also talk with funny accents.
Joe, have you ever ate a horse?
Horse? Hell no.
You don't sound so shocked.
You know, matter of fact, I really don't even care for steak. I am a hamburger person.
Well, hell, you can make a hamburger out of horse meat.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
When I kill one, why don't y'all come down here and we'll have a cookout?
Where's down here?
Tennessee.
Yeah, no, that's a little too far. So.
Yeah, but for some tasty horse burger?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. Sounds tempting, but to drive 1,800 miles one way, yeah.
Wait a minute, where are you at?
I'm in Southern California.
Oh, never mind. You're out there with my cousin.
He's a lucky man, is what Chris is.
They live somewhere around Orange County. Does that sound right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm about 45 minutes away from Orange County.
Yeah, and she married, her husband's a police officer. Guess what his name is?
Yeah.
Bruce Lee. Yes, he's Chinese. Yeah.
Chinese man, huh?
Yeah,
Hey, Dave.
Bruce Lee.
Dave, how long is a Chinaman?
Not that long. Pretty damn short, I guess.
That's his name.
That was a knee slap. As Tim Reimer says.
That's funny.
Oh, hell. Tell you what, 20 after 1. It's time for me to go.
Yeah, you ready to call it quits, G? It's 11.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut her down, guys. Thank you, guys.
11. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 9.
Hold on, please.
It's
Anybody-
9/11.
Does
And-
any-
Yeah, it's 9/11. Yeah.
And the world is still here. The United States is still operating.
Hey, by the way, what did anybody catch Obama's speech tonight? Last
Oh
night?
yeah, had a lot that liar in chief.
What did he say? Anything important?
Bullshit is what he said. Oh, we're going to go over and start bombing ISIS, but we're not going to put any troops on the ground except for advisors and trainers. And we're going to go over and bomb them in Syria too if we want to. So we're going to start another war with Syria.
He's gonna fucking full attack, man. It's go time.
Yeah. So in other words, it was basically we're going to start bombing, which we've probably already been doing anyway. So,
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we just want to say thanks for everyone for hanging out. Anybody want to do any shout-outs before I cut it off?
shout out to President Obama and the Secret Service that's listening to or is it the NSA that's listening to this chat tonight? all the government agencies out there, the FBI, NSA, CIA, FBI, Secret Service. Tell them all say hi.
We'll send you a postcard, and Dave Sardi says he loves you. And come back again.
All right, see y'all later.
Oh, you don't have to leave, Dave. We're gonna just go off air.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
okay.
on an after chat, brother.
Yeah, we'll have an after chat. We always do. We're going off air.
And if anybody wants a link, if anybody wants to get into the after chat, just message 10 round Patriot, or message.
Just someone post up an open link if you want to, G.
All right, I'll do that. Well, yeah, no problem. I'll do that.
That way anyone can come in that wants to come in and talk.
Yep, I'll put it in right now, guys. I will put the link in the external, so if anybody wants to come in.
Hey, can I send a link to Taylor Swift?
I'm sorry?
I send a link to Taylor Swift?
No, sir. She's not country anymore. I don't like her.
Who? Time out. Chill. All right, guys. Good night. We'll see you next time.
Oh, wait a minute.